Punks. Scram Punks. Episode 59. I am feeling a certain kind of way today.
Hell yeah.
But the panel is here. We are going to talk about some shit. There's been a lot of stuff to talk about lately. Hey, I want to say if our names is not popping up in the chat box, something happened that we don't feel like fixing right now. So I hope everybody knows our voice. This is me, Dirk Griggity. The next voice is MM2K. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Punk ass Tsunami, man. Y'all fuck him. Fuck him. We don't care what his voice is. We about to mute him.
He turned on the act already. He was just cool 2 minutes ago. Damn.
He
done turned it on already. Okay.
I switched gears. I switched gears.
Got you.
Yeah, call you punk ass Tsunami.
4:30 in the morning. Got you.
Damn. All right. All right. With that being said, let's go to my boy Tsunami. Shit, man. Moss called you out already. What's up with you, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, hey, man. You know. Listen. I'm everybody's favorite person to come at because I beat legs, so niggas want to.
Hey, look. I'm interrupting his intro. I'm gonna give credit to my homeboy. We tried to get him yesterday. He was fighting. He was on some prodigy shit. He was like, if I die swinging, everybody die. I gotta give it to Tsunami. I was proud of him for 5 seconds, but fuck it, punk ass motherfucker.
Oh, and then post up came with the cavalry, and then you see everybody bounce. You seen one stop bounce. You seen J-Dub bounce. See,
I was like, damn. He even had J-Dub stagger a little bit. J-Dub was like, come on, man. He sound like post up.
Yeah, Tsunami. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Yeah.
But I'm chilling. I'm on these Twitter streets. So I've been taking a little time off doing this little PC build, but I'm up, and I think this is gonna be the first podcast I actually use it to do a podcast now. So yeah.
Okay. Cool, man. It's cool. What's up, Heath Stevens? You fucking pony. Hey, next up, Snow Bunny. What is going on with you, young lady? What's popping? I been seeing you been streaming this shit. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. I thanks to Moss's help, I was able to get my stream up and everything. So I've been streaming. I'm still working out the kinks on it, but yeah, I've been streaming.
Just don't take the 4:30 a.m. time slot that belongs to Moss. It's from 4:30 a.m. to 10:30. So,
yeah. I can look back in the time and tell you he's going to insult me. So that's why I get on the world.
Well, trust me, we play 2 totally different types of games. So our audiences will never cross.
Yeah, I got the Die Roaches audience.
I am right now making sure I get everything set up for my streaming and everything because March 20th is going to be probably an all-day Animal Crossing stream. So,
Animal Crossing.
I am not worried about our audiences mixing.
You gonna take his audience? That's what happened.
Hey Heath. Hey Mr. Righteous Fish. Hey J-Dub. Hey Mr. Manhattan.
What is this filthy pony doing in
here? Yeah, fucking pony. You fucking guy. Get the fuck out of here.
Stop running. Okay, guys. We need to stop running the ponies away. And we need to stop running the Xbox people away. We need to let them all come and either hit the like button or hit the dislike button because it's showing that we are important enough for people to watch us. And Dirt, wait a minute. You are, looks like 41 subscribers away from 1,000. So we need to let them come on in and hit that subscribe button. So peeps, hit the subscribe button. Most of you who are here have already probably hit the subscribe button. Tweet this shit out to everybody. Send it everywhere. Send it to your girlfriends, your wives, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents. Send it everywhere so that they can come and subscribe.
Hey, send it to your side broads and all that. Nethos, how you feel about this? How you feel about this intro? I'm sorry.
That's an interesting intro, but you know what? I'm glad to be on the show. How about that?
Okay, I'm sorry, bro.
Welcome back, Nethos. Happy New Year, because you totally missed our New Year's one.
Yeah, I completely missed the New Year's one. Probably the time of year, New Year's, Christmas. I'm just not around, man. Shit goes left.
He says, I got a life, y'all.
I's got the lives.
He said he had to make another pizza.
Devin, what's up, man? You did a video that was weak, man. Hey, man, I liked your video, man. I like how you be talking shit.
A lot of videos.
I like how you be talking shit to
hella
these
shit.
ponies, man.
Why not?
Yeah.
They talking shit all day. I'm talking shit back.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Fuck them.
Oh shit.
That's right.
That's what happened. We had a lot of Xbox that was weak out here. You know, they didn't fight back. They just joined the fucking pony cause. They let the colonists take over, and they ain't fight back. But you know what? If you still an Xbox guy right now, you's a real nigga.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Mr. Righteous
And
Fish.
Devin not even black.
Okay, Mr. Righteous Fish. I don't plan on beating up Tsunami. I never do.
They always try to put us against each other. I never got that.
And then something just happens where something was stupidly said, and it just happens. It's not planned.
Whoop his ass.
It's not planned. It just happens.
This happens.
And so on a funny story. So my mom always asks me the next day what happens on my podcast, things like that. She doesn't listen. She don't understand shit about any of this. So she's always asking me what's going on. And I was like, Mom, this dude in chat told me that he was signing a restraining order to protect me, to protect Tsunami from me. And my mom was like, what the hell is going on? And so she laughs about it, but Tsunami, she's rooting for you.
Oh, shit. You're gonna turn mommy against her.
Yeah,
mom is rooting for you, but she says, unfortunately, I am her child, so it's going to be a hard battle for you.
Damn right. Hey man, y'all can leave my homie Tsunami alone, yo. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get to this shit. Now, I know we're a little late. You know, there's been a lot of podcasts, a lot of videos talking about these topics tonight. But you guys maybe haven't heard my take on it, or Snow Bunny's take, or Devin, or Tsunami. I know Moss and Neither's been on Z shit. So, actually, Tsunami has too. But we're going to talk about these things. First off, let's talk about the PlayStation. We all know PlayStation said no to E3. They said kiss our ass.
Well, wait a minute. I would like to say to everybody who told me there was no fucking way that Sony would miss E3, because trust me, a lot of people have, because I was always asking, did they confirm they were coming to E3? A lot of people were like, oh, well, they're coming out with their next gen console, the PS5 coming out. They'd be fucking idiots not to attend E3. I would just like to say, I was right and y'all were wrong.
Oh,
thank you.
Damn. That I felt like that was J-Dub in the bleachers and shit. He coming out in the bleachers like Ron Artest and shit, fighting motherfuckers.
I mean, like, so many people hit me with, nah, it's no way they wouldn't come to E3. They're going to be there. They're about to launch a new console, new generation. They're going to be at E3. Yeah.
Hey, Bunny, I know you're going to get into it, but like, now they don't matter. E3's dead. Fuck E3. You ugly bitch anyway. Like, what?
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Everybody at first was all like, oh yes, PlayStation's gonna be at E3. It's the next gen. They'd be fools not to do it. There's no fucking way they're not going to E3. Yeah. The way they worded how they got out of it last year was, we're testing the waters to see how this progressed. If it is successful, bye-bye E3.
But you know what?
God damn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do we officially start the show? Like,
yeah.
We're live right now, but goddamn, Bunny, I get it. I take the L on that.
oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
That was you that said that?
No.
I was convinced someone was going to show up. I didn't think they'd skip it again.
Yeah, Neethles, you are not the only one. Like, every diehard Sony fanboy I know was telling me that there was no way Sony would skip E3 2020 because they're about to launch the next gen console and the PS5 is coming out holiday season.
You know what this means to me? You know what this means to me? That tradition, like, we always like to talk about, well, traditionally they did this, traditionally they did that. Tradition is out the window, man.
You saw my tweet.
Sony yeah.
Was always like, oh,
I did see that. That was actually funny. But Heath even said it. surprised him. It surprised me because this is the year of the PS5. But tradition, let's throw that shit out of the window, y'all. A lot of people say tradition. This is 2020, man. Things are changing. Things are different. Social media, I mean, people want to talk about the Instagram likes as far as PlayStation 5 logo versus Xbox Series X. This is a different time to where maybe E3 isn't as big as it used to be. Maybe they can just do their own show and would get just as much exposure as E3. Plus, I'm hearing, what did they say, Moss, that they were beefing with the ESA and shit like that? Like what?
Yeah, there's been some issues with ESA, according to them.
What was the actual beef though? Like I heard about it, but like,
they wanted to be more consumer something about it being consumer friendly. They either for it and ESA was against it, or vice versa. I think Sony doesn't like it being flooded with so many consumers, and they wanted it reversed. But ESA is trying to make more money because they don't get the trade money that they used to, because don't nobody trade at what's it called anymore. Everything's digital and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
right. Yeah,
but here's the only thing. Yeah, here's the only thing I'm going to say is, you know how everybody's talking about all them Instagram likes that they got for the PS5 reveal, and how people like lost their fucking minds and shit about that.
Right.
They're just beginning to taste what Nintendo fans do. Sony is seeing, like, Nintendo fans, what happened when they showed an emblem of Super Smash Brothers?
It was it was some excitement all over the place.
Okay, people lost their minds. Okay, you show a emblem for Bayonetta 3, people lost their minds. Basically, Sony is tasting that, like, thing we got to do. They're tasting that thing of, we're gonna just show a logo and let's see how big the hype is for that logo. Hey. Look at what happened when they did for The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Well, I think it's partially because like the fans are starved for information. Like they haven't been to any shows.
That's a great point. They haven't been to any shows in 2 years.
And so, like, for them to say they don't care about E3, you're a liar, because you hyping up a logo reveal. Yeah. Like, imagine there was an E3, how hyped you would be.
Yeah. Hey, let me say what J-Dub said. He said,
they bottom feeding out here, bro.
Oh shit! But J-Dub said the ESA wanted influencers and sports entertainers to come in and become an attraction. Sony didn't want to create that type of show. Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Hey, you don't get no free super chats. You better send that money to this PayPal. Come on now,
give me my imaginary stuff on my imaginary super chat.
Yeah,
get the PayPal.
Look,
they got Streamlabs donations too. Send the link.
Oh god, we need to get that out here, man. Come on, Xbox Nation. Y'all gotta get on this shit. And even some of y'all in the play. You know what? I wouldn't doubt that the PlayStation Nation in full throttle supports you, Dirt, because they like talking shit in your chat. It's these Xbox motherfuckers. Yeah. We need them to get off their pennies and hit the like button.
Turning back to Xbox. Look at this.
That's right. That you know it. You know it.
I mean, wait a minute. Are we going to talk about that thing that people are tweeting about where they tried to end their recurring subscriptions to Xbox Live Ultimate, and it was arrowing out on them?
Oh, but yeah, we could do that, because I'm about to spill the beans. I'm about to share something with y'all that I ain't shared before. You know what I'm saying?
But I heard something about that. So what was going on with that?
So some people they're getting notifications that their Ultimate Pass, Game Pass Ultimate, is ending, and it would be a recurring subscription, like a 3-month subscription for $45 for 3 months. And so when people go in to cancel the subscription, they get an error message saying that they cannot process the request.
On PC?
I just know it's from Game Pass Ultimate. I don't know if it's PC or this console. So, like, they're stuck in a recurring payment.
I don't know. It's easy as going to a Microsoft website and canceling.
Yeah. No, that's what they're doing, but they're not letting them.
They're not letting them do it.
I doubt that that's happening on the website. Done it from maybe on the
no.
He has a screenshot. They're like, the representative is like, we can't do that for you right now.
Yeah, are they calling Microsoft?
Yeah, and then they're even chatting with Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft even commented, we're aware of the problem and working on it and da.
Hey, Tip.
That's bullshit.
Hey, yo,
Yeah,
who
that's
gave a
fucked up.
dislike? Which one of y'all fucking niggas disliked the show?
Who
don't
cares?
matter.
We got
It's
people.
publicity.
We are making enough waves for people to hate us also, so it's okay.
You
Let that dislike
you
stay
musty
there.
motherfuckers.
It was J-Dub. It was J-Dub and Heath. One of them two.
They two are the
What's
same.
up, Emmanuel Graphic God, Heath, Tip Diamond, Mr. Righteous Fish, Musty Ass, J Dub,
Just
Manhattan. What's up, y'all?
just to get everybody's thoughts, what does everybody on the panel think about Sony not going? Is it a good thing, a bad thing, or it doesn't matter? What do y'all think
It's
about?
let me go first, Mars. It's a disappointing thing for me because I like it when they're there. We saw how E3 was last year. That shit was dog shit. It was dog shit. So I do like it when they're there. Even though their last couple of conferences wasn't amazing, it's still it's still a great thing for us gamers, us hardcore gamers, that we sit on our couch, we do podcasts, we watch Xbox shit, EA shit, Ubisoft, Sony. I like it when they're there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm more disappointed, but it's definitely not a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're one of the big three. Like, one of the big three just isn't there. I mean, Nintendo could pull out, Microsoft could pull out. It would be disappointing. It would be less disappointing depending on what type of fan you are. Like, if you're, I don't know, J-Dub over there, you probably wouldn't be as disappointed, but still.
Yeah. And you know something else?
Wait,
I'm sorry.
As far as me, I feel like people forget that like it's not about showing it. It's not about the information. It's about it's the Super Bowl of gaming.
It's the
And I said
excitement.
this before.
Yeah.
I said this before. I said that's like a football team saying, "Fuck the Super Bowl. We got our own Super Bowl." No, nigga.
Right.
This
Right.
this is the Super Bowl, and you have a console coming out. Fine, you want to skip every other year? Cool. The PS5 is launching. The most anticipated console in the world is coming out, and you're not the biggest show. Like I don't get it. And like as a fan, I don't get how you can just poo it like, oh, they don't need
Right.
E3. But no, they don't need E3. The
Hey, you know
fans
what?
need E3.
Hey, you know what Tsunami? I'm sorry. Can I say something right quick? Moss, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely right, man. And I know Sony's going to do their own thing, but didn't you guys like comparing the conferences to one another? Xbox Sunday, PlayStation's Monday. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they showed
The information overload.
Yeah, man, information overload. We were like, oh, there's so much shit to talk about. You know, I just wish they were there. I'm just being honest about it.
Or better yet, to take Tsunami's example and really pin it to the wall. It's like saying, you know what, fuck the Super Bowl. We're going to run a scrimmage and show you how good we are. We're not saying anything.
Yeah.
We need you pinned on the stage or in the same area against your competitors so we can see who rises to the fucking top. That's the point of E3. The E3 is just a competitive thing to see who comes out on top. Somebody might come in second place or third place and may still, win or benefit from it. But that's the excitement. That's the lore of E3. And that's important because this is a technical thing. That's why you got shit like CES and things like that. When you're dealing with technical devices and services, it's always good to contrast it to their competitors. Period.
I agree.
And then at that, Sony's competitive because you see the shit they pulled in 2013. They changed up everything based on what Microsoft showed. So it's like
right. That's a great point, bro. Great point. Great point. Hey, man, they watched Microsoft show. They went to that damn PowerPoint. Hey, let's change some shit on up.
Exactly.
Let's take that damn camera out of this box.
Let's
hey,
make
you're right about
skit.
that.
How do you share games? All that shit.
You're right. You're right.
That shit was fucked up.
They did all that shit within 6 hours. Yeah, you're right, man.
I've said that. Yeah, and that was instrumental to their this whole generation.
Destroyed Microsoft. That shit destroyed Xbox, bro. Destroyed them.
Yeah.
I said this earlier that if you can't have E3 was great as a milestone show or a mirror on the wall. If you can, because we know a lot of shows cases at E3 is made up of fake demos. We got a demo that looks glorified, but by the time we get it in our hands, it's something completely different. If you don't have enough material to come up with fake demos and some fake hype to excite the crowd, then that should be a litmus, and that should be a mirror on the wall to show you that you're too light on your fucking foot, that you need to do something with your business model to make it better for that year. And by you stepping away from that, like y'all said in that example with it, this is how you share games. If you can't come to the stage and show anything there, that shows you right there that you're afraid or something. What is wrong?
That's what I was just about to say, Mars. I was about to say
this is a launch of a console. Why aren't you there? I don't get it.
I've been saying this. I've been saying the exact same thing. Like, what don't we know?
Okay, so it's either two things. They don't want to be directly compared. For some reason, maybe they feel like, okay, if we have some distance, we won't look as, bad because maybe possibly they're underpowered, or they don't have the games ready to show, and they don't think like legit. If they had no games and all they're showing is third party games, like Xbox did last year, and they want to take an L, that seems like maybe this is a possibility that maybe they don't have anything to show.
Or fourth thing, and I'm gonna shut up and let Devin go. Or what it could be is that I just think Jim Ryan in totality, he's not good at mindshare. This mindshare thing, he don't care about. You know what I'm saying? That's why 2019 looked the way that it did. He's just about the straight numbers, and he's crunching the numbers. He's like, why are we here? I don't, we weren't there at last E3, and everybody said that we did.
Yeah.
Everybody said that we did good. So why the fuck are we there? Fuck this mindshare shit. We got games. We're gonna show them. And that's okay when you're just looking at it as a binary choice, one product versus another. But we're trying to look at you in contrast to everything that's out there and how you're trying to shine and prove for us. It's not just about against Microsoft all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And here's my other point. It's not just E3. They cancel every goddamn thing for the past 2 years. They just said they canceling PlayStation Experience, or that's PlayStation whatever it's called. That's not a thing too. Yeah. And then you got J-Dub over there, Captain, talking about they're gonna do 1,000 shows across the world. I'm like, what? How are they gonna do 1,000 shows? But they canceled their two biggest ones.
Hey, you know what?
Have these, they're gonna be at Best Buy showing off fucking Tulo. She's gonna be at Verizon and Metro PCS.
Hey, you know what's funny though?
Now? Like, what is this?
Hey, you know what's funny? I remember after they canceled last year, people are they don't need E3. They don't need E3. Then later last year, there was Sony's E3 is going to be amazing. Sony's E3 is going to be amazing. Come back, yeah. Then when they canceled it, Sony they don't need E3. Like, okay, motherfucker, they need it tonight. What I mean?
Yeah, it's called moving the goalposts.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, but you know what? But like we said, man,
I think Devin was going to say something. Was you going to say something, Devin?
I'm thinking like you always got PlayStation like bashing Xbox in like with these shows and like gaining momentum from that. So it's weird that they're not doing that anymore. Like just to showcase, like even if it's just one game, like stretch that out for a couple minutes, have a video and have good competition. Like it's a good thing for all the companies and all the fans. Like we want competition. We want the best that we can possibly get from these companies.
Right.
But
you never see. I know, but you never see Microsoft doing the exact same thing to Sony. But then again, that might be because they're a good customer.
Well, yeah. So Xbox the past few years have been doing a lot of consumer friendly stuff, and people are turning it back in their face. Like the whole the games are going to be cross gen. Like Xbox already said that no console left behind, and they say okay for the next year or two, games are going to be on both. To be realistic, it's only going to be a handful of games that's going to be the next 2 years, like as far as AAAs. But people want to make it seem like a bad thing. Like they're going to
great thing.
But here's my point. If the game can run, like if they already built the game for the PS for the Series X, and it can run on the fucking original one, you might as well make it because your fan base is still over there.
I'm gonna pass on that one and say that I agree with Tsunami on the E3 thing, and that's it. I just want to get on the record. That's all. I'm not capping for that shit. No.
All I'm gonna say
one thing about that. If you want to save a little bit of money and you can progressively switch over when you're ready.
But here's
you're not alienating everybody that has just bought a console.
Besides our small community, I go on YouTube and I see everybody saying, "Oh, this is great! This is great!" They're letting their fans get the games. Like everybody else besides us is happy.
Look, man, like that shit works for like. Sorry, Bunny. That shit like works for maybe Halo because I know when they released a Halo, they wanted to sell like 4 or 5 million off the get go, right?
Absolutely.
I get that,
absolutely.
But like realistically, it's gonna launch with what Forza 8 or whatever, right? So now that's cross-gen, so Forza's not gonna look as good as it possibly could.
On the
well, racing games
on the
aren't
one,
it's not gonna have. It's not gonna.
Look,
no, it's not gonna be truly next gen.
Here's what we forget. We have short-term memory.
Wait, do you have a PC? Do you play on PC at all?
It's different. It's different.
Do you scale
it's completely
up on
different from PC.
You scale up on that?
It's completely different from PC. But if they use the X as the baseline and then make a PC port, it'd be completely different.
What do you make video games on?
No, it's completely.
What are video games made on though? And
here's why it's different. In Digital Foundry, even though I don't throw them, I trust them as far as I throw them. They make a relevant point.
One of them, the other one.
Oh, so now they matter.
No, they both agreed that when you try to cover a wide scale of hardware, that you lose out on certain capabilities. Let's take the Xbox One out of the equation. Let's look at games like Call of Duty 2. Remember that when I launched for the 360, there was certain type of volumetric lighting and fog that was done on that game that couldn't have been done on the Xbox One if they would if there was parity. If there was parity there, say that again.
I said, but then the port won't have it. The Xbox base one won't have the good.
How do you know that?
I'm just saying if they can't be done, then it just won't have it.
No, that's why certain.
What people don't understand is like when they made a game like Titanfall. It did take longer and it did cost more because it's not the same version. It's a port.
It's a port that they had two different teams. They had a separate. They hired a separate team to do that port. But if they're not
different engines,
but if they're not, but see, what you got to take into consideration now, Tsunami, is that these games aren't just ports. These are now cross-gen, cross-play games.
I'll give you another example. So like say a game like Madden. The old 360 couldn't run the Frostbite or whatever they use. So they had two different versions of the game.
But could the 360 people play with the Xbox One? No, and that's what you're going to have here.
Crossplay and cross-gen is
360 and one didn't have the same.
But you're doing that's what they're.
They didn't have the same architecture either, so that's another thing. Yeah,
that's what they're surmising, that you're going to do cross-play and cross-gen this generation, and then even from.
But here's okay, Mars. We can play against Switch people. We can play against PS4 people. I'm pretty sure Xbox can figure out how to make an Xbox play with Xbox.
Those are on lower res games. I'm talking. Okay, yeah.
COD.
But how are you going to compare Minecraft to a Call of Duty?
I just said COD. COD is crossplay. What are you talking about?
COD is.
Oh my God, that's some scrappy do shit. God damn, hold up. Hold up. What's your Call of Duty example?
Yeah,
He said, can they still play with Xbox One people on a Series X if it's a different port? And I said they made it work for cross-gen. Cross-play for Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. Definitely they can do it for Xbox to Xbox.
They're keeping, but that's in 2019, and that's them saying we're going to a 1.3 teraflop system going into 2021, 2022. Activision ain't going to do that. They're not going to have crossplay.
But they don't care about that. The third parties can do whatever the fuck they want.
They're not going to do all that. They're not going to support crossplay between
third parties, whatever they want.
Current generation stuff. I guarantee it.
Hey,
but here's it. But you already know third parties is going to do cross-gen for the next 2 years, maybe even 3 for like Maddens and FIFAs.
Okay, so third-party games are going to be cross-gen, but we've always had one or two. We've always had first-party and second-party games that were exclusive to the hardware to help show you its capabilities.
We've always had it. About smacking your eye. What about the Wii U?
Man, we ain't talking about no fucking Wii U, man. Come on.
Wait, why are you bringing up the Wii U?
Oh, shit, Buddy. Oh, Buddy has a lot.
Go ahead, Buddy, get it.
Gentlemen. Why are you bringing in the Wii U?
We're talking about cross generations. The Wii U and the Switch had the same games. They were perfectly fine. That's what I'm saying.
Well, we're talking about.
But they have. Wait a minute. But they totally have two different architectures because one was on disc and one was on cartridge.
But guess what? It still works.
But you can't take your fucking disc and put it in your Switch and play it.
That's not I'm talking about. The game itself. The game itself was made on both.
But that's what I'm saying is the only game that was made on
Wii U. People forget that.
Yeah. And here's the thing you need to remember about that: the Breath of the Wild was already in production for the Wii U when they decided to kill the fucking Wii U.
And what do you think Halo is?
Wait a minute. That's the reason when the Breath of the Wild came out for the Wii U, and jack shit else come out first party for the fucking Wii U. All that shit came
Wait,
to the
wait, wait, wait,
Switch.
wait, wait.
Wait a minute.
Bayonetta 2. I remember
Bayonetta
that.
came out. Bayonetta came out already on the Wii U prior to Breath of the Wild.
But it was on
Bayonetta
both, right?
was out. No, Bayonetta. They re-released Bayonetta on the Switch.
I know.
Well, what I'm saying is you're up here saying that they're making it cross-gen between the two consoles. No, here's what Nintendo did with all the fucking ports that they've sent from the Wii U.
A port. They made the same game work.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you why. The Wii U was a failed fucking system, and the developers wanted to get their money back.
Well,
So what else are they going to do?
Here's what he's trying to say, Bunny. He's trying to say that if you can make play and cross-port on the Wii U, that it's going to work on the X Series X no different. And we're talking about people are potentially spending $500-$600 on a powerful box. They want that motherfucker to sing at launch the best way that it can. The best way to do that is to have games specific to that box. We've always had
my point is just like what I said with Madden. They made a version for the next gen consoles and a version for the current.
They're not doing that. That's what you're saying.
It's a port.
Say it
no,
again.
No, they're not. They're not doing that. What they're saying is what Xbox is saying is Xbox is saying is they are making it. And if I remember correctly, I can't remember what article it was.
And they're just
said
making
this
it
shit
scalable.
6 months ago. They made this shit 6 months ago, where they said they were making it for the 1S, and it would be able to scale back to the 1S. So that's not porting it. That's scaling it.
That's game core.
Wait, hold on. Let Gurgy go.
Okay, now first, I'm not the technical guy, right? I don't know about all this shit. Now, so what Tsunami is saying, I saw him use the example Titanfall. Now, I do remember Titanfall was made by two different teams. I know it was one team specifically made for the 360 version, but what's going on now, the games, this is one game being developed by one team that they're scaling the game, right?
Yeah, so it's completely different.
Right. So the only difference is the Xbox One X version, I mean the Xbox Series X version will probably be is better resolution, better performance, things like that. Is that what you guys are saying? That's why they're going to hold it back?
Better resolution,
for instance, I'll give you an example. The original OG Xbox is not going to have ray tracing.
Yeah.
Okay, the game will still be the same without ray tracing. The graphics, the depth of field, the anti-aliasing, all the pretty shit.
Let me give you an example.
It might not run 20 frames.
Let me give you an accurate example that goes beyond just resolution. Digital Foundry in that same video said that Guerrilla Games wanted to implement flying in Horizon Zero Dawn, but because of the power, the architecture, the CPU, they couldn't do it. So imagine if PlayStation 5 was launching with Horizon Zero Dawn 2 and they had a multiplayer mode that had flying.
And you know what?
Hold on,
let him go, bro.
Let me finish. If they wanted to do multiplayer and flying in that, they would have to take it out. Because they're scaling the game.
Yeah,
and it has to be capable on all platforms.
Yeah. And bro, think about it. These are two completely different architectures. That's what makes it much. We're going back to like who was it? Jaguar CPUs and what was the architecture? Polaris versus RDNA.
Yeah.
Completely different architectures.
But no, the architecture is the same when it comes to x86. That's why it's more compatible than going from 360 to the current Xbox system.
Easier.
But okay. So let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question: if you're looking at the same architecture with the x86 or whatever it is, if that's the case, if both of them have the x86, what's the difference in the power between the two?
Just the CPU and the GPU, and maybe some like other pretty shit like ray tracing. But as far as the architecture, it's the same architecture. So building.
But here's the thing, and you know, with building your PC, okay, you might have the same architecture, but if you have one thing that one component that is similar or the same exact component between the two, you can only go but so high with power and but so low before you're out of that range of that
Yeah.
Mostly what it comes to is the CPU.
So what is
the CPU is the bottleneck? The CPU is the bottleneck.
It's the main bottleneck, but it's not the only bottleneck.
Yeah, but
Graphics
the
you can
point
scale
is
down to the point where it looks like trash.
But see,
But wait a minute, hold up. You just brought up the CPU is the main bottleneck. So what I'm saying is with that CPU, you can only go but so much higher than that 886 and so much lower than it.
Well,
so if they're saying
CPU is more so like a game like what's that? What's the zombie game 3?
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising.
So the reason why Dead Rising was such a thing that couldn't be on the 360 was because the amount of zombies and the amount of AI in the game. That's CPU based. That has nothing to do with graphics. Physics and stuff like that. That's CPU stuff. Graphics are literally how pretty the game is. So
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Between CPUs and GPUs, okay? If your CPU is so high that your GPU can't run on it, then it's null and void.
But that's what I'm saying. I think it can. That's all I'm saying.
No,
I think they can make it.
Oh my God!
Look, I gave you an example. 2 examples. Call of Duty. You know the things that they were able to do there. You talked about Dead Rising. Let's just say if Dead Rising had a multiplayer mode, you couldn't just scale that up and do multiplayer between 2 different generations. And lastly, a Horizon Zero Dawn 1 versus Horizon Zero Dawn 2. They're going to put flying in Horizon Zero Dawn 2. They're not going to. That's not going to be cross-gen.
So this is why I'm calling bullshit. This is why I'm calling bullshit. What's the best-selling game this gen?
Oh, hold on, no, we're gonna stop this because that
no.
You're like what you just did right now has nothing to do with it.
No.
You
don't even know where I'm going, Neff.
Things and we're gonna move on.
You tried this shit last night, Tsunami, but
we're gonna read 2 things.
No, relax, Neff. You don't know where I'm going. Relax.
Okay, Call of Duty.
No. GTA 5. GTA 5 fucking came out on 360, and then they fucking
it's
made it
like
on
the same game up-res. It's not much of a difference.
Yeah, but all you're trying to tell me as big as that game is, you're trying to tell me that they couldn't make Horizon Zero Dawn.
So you want a bunch of GTA clones out here? Is that what you're saying? You don't know.
I'm saying that
besides GTA.
You see how pretty these games are right now, but you're saying they can't make flying.
We're not talking about just pretty.
God.
We're talking about the capabilities, the AI, the shit that you can do in there.
Let me read these 2 things, Tsunami, because you just don't get it. So from Digital Foundry. Yeah, from Digital Foundry, I'm not fully on board with this myself. The extremely underpowered CPUs last gen, what you brought up, consoles can have ramifications on design. More importantly, games that did appear on the 360 and XO required separate teams with their own budgets. Titanfall 360 was a huge undertaking, and this is where you stop reading. Now, what Microsoft is proposing here is removal of the separate teams. The game would need to be fully scalable. That means certain design decisions. Listen to that part. Certain design decisions will need to be made that take older hardware into account. This is what he means by the parameters. There won't necessarily be a separate port studio doing it this time.
As many people that work at
meaning there's gonna be design decisions where they can't fully implement like next gen stuff because you have the Xbox One in mind.
So you don't think there's a team working on one and a team working on the Series X?
No, there's not. That's what we're telling you.
Well, hold on. To Tsunami's point,
that's their biggest fucking.
Hold on to Tsunami's point. We're not 100% sure. That's the fucking problem with Microsoft. Don't leave it to RDX. Don't leave it to even Scrampunks to try to figure this out. If Matt Boot is going to sit there and say that silly shit that he said out there, then we need Xbox to come out here and clarify. Oh, you know what? Last year we had ports, but now we got this special cross-gen team that's going. They need to come out and clarify this shit, because leaving it to us, motherfuckers is going to sit there and say, you know what? I'm glad Digital Foundry said that. I'm not wasting $600 on that. I'm getting the PlayStation 5. That's what they're going to do.
But you know what's going to happen though? Honestly, y'all, we talking all this shit to one another. Those games are going to look fine, man. Let's be honest. Halo's gonna look fine. Whatever Forza 8's gonna look fine. Man, those games are gonna look fine, man. That should look great.
Are they gonna
see games on the X that look better than Godfall?
They're gonna look fine, but what we got to remember is that Xbox's biggest fall perception. I'm not talking about what is. I'm talking about perception wise with the community is that they don't know how to make great innovative games anymore.
Yeah.
That's the public perception. So if you have a $600 box potentially that you're cutting down the ability to do that type of innovation because you want to scale with older hardware, people are going to say, well, fuck it, I'm just going to go with the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I think we should move on, but like just before we move on, that was a great example with Godfall because Godfall couldn't be done on last gen due to the SSD. That's another example right there.
Now, let me ask you guys this: how would the SSD?
That's a lie. You know why that's a lie?
How would the SSD affect the X?
Exactly. No, wait. It's going to PC. Most motherfuckers don't got SSDs. I don't hear that.
SSDs are dirt cheap now. What the hell are you talking about?
Yes, no, I'm not saying buddy. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying most PC players don't have SSDs. Godfall is coming to PC. Most people that play Godfall on PC will not have
Wait a minute, hold up. Most people don't have SSDs. When you go and buy a standard ass computer now, they come with SSDs.
Bunny. They have Steam has a list of components used. They can tell you what controllers the most used. They can tell you what's the most used GPU. They say that SSDs are not prevalent right now in the PC community.
No, the way that the SSDs are being implemented for console, they allow things to be processed faster for console. For PC, it's a little bit different. So you don't necessarily need an SSD, as your storage unit on a PC. But for the console, they're implementing it with the memory. So that's why it's relevant for this generation where Godfall couldn't be done on a PlayStation.
And then didn't they say like the minimum GPU is like a 970 or some shit? Like some low budget.
It's different on PC. Things work differently.
Even though we got PCs as consoles with Ryzen chips and GPUs and
the thing is,
but again, like you said earlier, Tsunami. Yeah, but like you said earlier, Tsunami, because of that CPU bottleneck, they need to be able to implement something to make it work better. With PC is a different animal. So yeah, you got a big bottleneck there in that CPU.
Would you guys say that consoles hold back PCs?
I'll put it to you this way: the Xbox One is underpowered, right? But I guarantee you, there's a PC out there right now that can play Godfall that's worse than the Xbox One.
Let me ask you guys this: would you guys say that consoles has held back PCs for years?
This gen, yes. Previous gens,
as far as third party, yeah. For third parties, yeah. For third party games,
there was a time.
If they're especially a game like Call of Duty, with the shit that's out here now, if they just were dealing with PC parts, where if they were just working off PC specs, you know what I'm saying? Where the minimum specs are 2.7 teraflop cards. Oh yeah, they would be able to do a lot more shit. But they make more money on console in a lot of ways. So of course they can't leave the console out. You know what I'm saying? So
Thrash said console keep PC afloat. And you know what? I think so, because think about PC exclusives. Did you see that template they had about PC exclusives?
Oh no.
All those strategy games and shit. They were saying that was a PC exclusives.
That's one thing that's always
RTS, shit like that.
Yeah, they was those are PC exclusives. I thought that
before we close out, let's get Devin's thoughts. We kind of drowned him. Devin, what you did? Devin with his snazzy new mic. What's your thoughts on this before we close out?
And you didn't get mine either.
I'm sorry.
That's what I was thinking. Is basically they're gonna make the game for the Series X. And then they're going to scale down, which I think that's what Tsunami was trying to say, is basically they're going to scale down the game. And it's not going to look, obviously it's not going to look as good, and it might not have all the exact same features, but it still have the base game on the older consoles. Yeah, it'll just look a lot nicer on the Series X, obviously, because it's a lot more improved hardware.
So it's kind of like how PC, the stronger your rig, the more shit you got. I mean, like the better resolution you have, the better frame rate. So it's kind of like that, right? If you're a hardcore gamer,
PC has a tighter cutoff. Like again, games in 2019. Before I shut up and let Bunny go, in games in 2019, the cutoff is 2.0 teraflops.
Okay, so they do have like minimum settings and shit like that.
Oh, yeah, they have minimum specs. They're like, no, anything under 2, you ain't playing these fucking games. Okay, try to imagine. Well, nobody in here plays Ghost Recon Breakpoint. What game did we play this year? Imagine trying to play Anthem Mythos on a 1.3 teraflop video card. It ain't happening. It's not happening.
And sometimes even the minimum is still making it sluggish.
Yeah. I mean, you can think about it this way: like, Sea of Thieves offers a 15 frames per second mode, right?
Exactly.
Consoles would never do that. Their minimum would at least be 30 frames and all that, right? So, meaning you have to use parameters around getting it to at least, I would say, 720p, 30 frames per second. Like, that's your parameter. PCs don't even do that sometimes. They just said, "Good luck."
No one said that the games were gonna look great.
That's my point. I say
they can look like shit. They might be.
No, but like they won't sell you a $60 product that looks that bad. Like, they're gonna make it at least I would say 720 30, but they're really aiming for 1080, and you have to work around those parameters.
It just depends on the box you have, man.
So they're basically saying the earlier stuff will look like the stuff on the Switch.
What? Kinda.
What do you?
I mean, no, I'm not even being funny or throwing shade. But if they're aiming for with like the 1S and the 1X and all that, to where it has the minimum settings, if they're 720,
that shit already look better than the Switch. But
wait. Pause. You say minimum specs. Minimum specs is how it looks currently. So how it looks currently is still great, right? It's just gonna look better on the next gen. Mm-hmm. So if we get a Halo that looks like Halo 5, okay, cool. But it's gonna look way better on the Series X. It's not gonna look like dog shit. It might run a little worse, but as far as how it looks, it's not gonna look like trash.
Mr. Righteous Fish brings up a good point. What about the? That's the big thing that we're talking about. We're not talking about
the features of the game.
Features, yeah, the features of the game.
Yeah, but like how you I'm new to the PC shit, so Moss, how many fucking settings can you tweak to make your shit run better? You can uncheck this, you can uncheck that, you can lower this, you can lower that. That's the same thing they do when they make a game for the X compared to the S.
For visuals, but we're talking about features. We're talking about like I said, the flying in Horizon Zero Dawn, stuff like the AI and Dead Rising.
I've seen that on the new boxes, but not the older ones. Maybe the X.
Well, that's what we need Microsoft.
Where they just cut modes, like the mode can't run, so it's not in this game.
We need Microsoft to answer that. How's that going to work? They got to be transparent about that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, I know it is pro-consumer though, right? But it's us that's, some,
because here's the thing: if that box costs $500, if that box costs $500, this is gonna be a handful of people playing Halo Infinite. Like, it has to be on the current gen.
I think most people understand the Halo aspect, like Nito said, in some of the other games. But I will say this: third party, like we know, third party is going to do this also.
Absolutely,
So it's going to be
be
interesting to see what happens.
What's the big deal? The only reason why they're saying, Sony's not going to do it is because they don't have a game ready to ship in the first year or two, possibly. So maybe that's why it's not cross-gen.
They definitely did that when the Xbox One and the PS4 came out, and third party was releasing titles, especially sports titles. They'll release the same sport title on the 360, and it definitely wouldn't have all the same features and modes as the ones on the newer consoles did. They didn't have all the same modes.
Yeah, the difference is the people on the older hardware couldn't play with the people in the newer. So that's what changes the whole thing right now. The two people from the different console families being able to play with each other. Can you get away with that then? No, you can't.
Right.
But my point was, I don't think that's the point now. Like, I think because they're in the same architecture, it might be unfair because you have more frames, but I think it's still possible.
The architecture being the same or similar to makes it easier for the devs to put it on both consoles.
Yeah, I mean, PC works with like every kind of GPU, every kind of CPU, all these different kind of things. I'm pretty sure they can make two Xboxes work together.
Yeah. Now, also, if the Lockhart is a real thing, which everybody's saying it is, that's also, it will scale from Xbox Series X down to the Lockhart, from the Lockhart down to the X and the S, right?
That's how Game
and that's a little bit more sensible. It's all in the same family. Now that is basically just all you're losing is resolution.
Because I think the CPU is going to be the same. I just think
hold on for a second. True Witty, it is pro-consumer. Listen, it's more than you out there. There might be some kids who just got an Xbox this past Christmas, bro. Come on, man. It's more than just you, and it's more than just hardcore gamers out there. It is pro-consumer. Some of us might not like it, but it is pro-consumer. I'm sorry.
Like, if you have Game Pass and you see Halo Infinite dropping on Game Pass, but you can't play it because you ain't got $600. I mean, like, come on. Like, certain games you have to do like that, and especially with early on, the fan base hasn't migrated just yet.
King Thrash,
that's why
you
Sony
said
to a
I like
degree
this
is smart.
effect. He said Lockhart is streaming only. He said Lockhart is streaming only. Streaming only or digital only?
I believe it's digital, possibly.
It might be digital only, but it ain't streaming only.
You can stream on a stick. You don't need a box for that.
It's the fact they're giving you a choice. That's what makes it pro-consumer. You can choose where you want to play, what box you want to play it on, what screen. You
and people forget, like,
your
they
phone,
think all about
your tablets. Everything.
And people forget, Xbox does not care about selling consoles. They care about the platform. They care about you having Game Pass. They care about you subscribing to whatever box you want to play it on. But as long as you're in the ecosystem, that's all they care about. If you want to be prettier, cool, get a PC or get a Series X. But as long as you're in our ecosystem and you're giving us money, that's what they want. They don't care about individual boxes sales anymore.
Hey, so King Thrash saying Lockhart is streaming only. It's a fact.
Oh my God.
But here's the thing, guys.
It might be digital only. I don't believe it's streaming only, bro.
I ain't arguing with Thrash no more. He says some crazy shit, and I had to leave.
Hey, man, let's go ahead and move on, though. Damn
it, let me talk.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't want no problems.
Whoop his ass.
I don't want you to beat me legs.
Okay, what I was going to say was when we were talking about like how the PlayStation, our thoughts and everything on that, the only thing I'm going to say is I don't remember whose podcast I said this on, but PlayStation been doing a lot of small changes to see how their consumer base accepts them. Okay. And I told them, I said, next gen, I said, you're allowing them to do a lot of things this gen, and they're doing a lot of changes this gen, which the community is okay with. I already warned. I said, wait for next gen because they're going to do something that is going to be totally unexpected. And it's going to be like, okay, you allowed them to do all this stuff so much now. When they lower that boom on you next gen, you're going to see what happens. So right now with them leaving, like here's the second year in a row they're not at E3 and they've canceled all their shows and stuff. We don't know what they're going to do next gen. And the fact that they've been so quiet about everything, I'm just waiting till next gen to see what they're going to do. Because you never know. They might decide to start doing something like having an ecosystem like Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just keeping it quiet.
That's looking kind of.
Definitely possible.
I mean, so right now, I'm just waiting to see what happens. Because right now, everything's so far up in the air with... It's almost like Microsoft and Sony are becoming like Nintendo with just pulling odd shit out their ass. Mm-hmm. So we're just here for a roller coaster ride, guys.
And I think Z said this before too. He said all the people that made PlayStation like the way it is now are all gone.
Yeah.
The people that are there now are completely different. A lot of the people on top are more like Microsoft people, like Nadala and these services people. So for you to expect the same things that happen this gen is not possibly going to happen because these people, as you can tell, are different. They've already done so many different things in the past 3 months that PlayStation people would never thought of.
Now that's true.
Like Sony said, like I've always been to tell you, the market dictates everything. Back in the day, Sony could get away with doing this fanfare, losing money, hemorrhaging money for the sake of fanfare. But when they looked at the fact that they've outsold Microsoft in a lot of areas 3-1, but they made 16 billion and Microsoft still made 10 billion in gaming.
Right.
They said the gloves are fucking off. Fuck you, motherfucker. And then they went and changed and flipped the whole script. I'm going to say this real quick and shut up. Jack Tritton told y'all in that interview with Hip Hop Gamer, when Hip Hop Gamer was cheesing, hey, man, would you ever go back to Sony now that you're doing your own thing? Jack Tritton said, no, homie, I left them motherfuckers for a reason. Sony is all about Sony. They don't reward individual contributions. So I rolled. They don't look at you as, oh, well, you did this, so we owe you this. No. If Sony is chasing their bottom line, they want to reach that $68 stock share that they got last year, that they want to get there and get higher. They think that Jim Ryan is the way to go. So because of that, y'all are not going to see the same shit that y'all used to seeing, period. Y'all just better hope that Herman Hulst works well with the studios and y'all still get the great games, period. I'm going to shut up.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. All right, next topic.
That was a great discussion. That was some good shit, y'all. The best panel around.
And Tsunami still got his legs. That's amazing.
He still got his legs.
He survived.
Well, shit.
You're walking tall out of this bitch.
The Switch report is usually where the damage is done. So
that's usually when he try to get fucked up.
Do you have anything on the Switch report, buddy?
Right now, just the biggest news going on is, like I said, Animal Crossing again. I am touting Animal Crossing up until that bitch comes out. I will be live streaming it on the day it releases. Right now, Nintendo just had a Pokemon Direct, introducing the Sword and Shield expansion passes. So I'm still trying to muddle through it to figure out if it's genius or if Nintendo has lost their damn minds.
Well,
I mean, but then you gotta look at it this way also. Usually when a Pokemon games come out, like when Sun and Moon came out, a year later they did Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Yeah.
Okay. With the season pass, they're saying they're not doing that. The season pass is the extra content that they're adding to,
which is better.
It'll be cheaper, more than likely.
Yeah, it's $30 per pass, so it's $30 for Sword and $30 for Shield.
So you save $30.
Yeah, so that's how people are looking at it, but some people are totally accepting it, and other people are like, well, you cut 200 Pokemon from the game, and you're bringing out this. I think the way they announced it, I think the announcement was wrong. If they had waited 6 months to a year to announce the season pass, like the first half of the season pass is not coming out until June. If they had announced the season pass in like May, I think people will be more accepting of it.
Yeah.
But they also talked about Pokemon Home, which I believe is launching in February. But the Pokemon that were cut from the original game, that you don't have to have the season passes to get. You can import them from Pokemon Home once it starts.
Oh, so you can get Blastoise and all that?
Yeah, you can import them from Pokemon Home if you have Pokemon Home. Like I never knew that people were transferring their entire Pokedexes from game to game. I had no idea people were doing that. Yeah, I had no idea until this game came out that people were doing that. So for me, it's whatever. It's never mind. But they're adding like 2 new worlds, a bunch of new gyms and stuff in the expansion passes. But I think the fact that they waited till January, like less than 2 months after the game came out, it's barely been a month and a half. And then they're going to announce the season pass, the expansion passes. And it got people up in arms again, screaming anti-consumer and anti-this. The main thing I'm upset about is the fact that, like, I bought the double pack. So for me to get it, I got to buy both of them, and they're not offering a discount for both together. You have to buy each one separately. So that's what's going on in Pokemon news right now. There's also rumors that a Pokemon Pro will be a Switch Pro will be dropping this year.
Switch Pro.
We're still listening to see what's going on with that.
Switch Pro games will be at 720p now, huh?
They're already in 720p. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
Whoop his ass. Whoop his ass.
I mean, handheld is usually 720, and docked is supposed to be 1080, but it all depends on the game.
They said what it's supposed to be, like 4K or something?
That's what they're saying. It's a rumor that it's going to be a 4K Switch.
Or
Yeah, docked, I
the
believe.
1080 on the handheld. That'd be crazy.
Maybe.
I'm gonna
That
say
would be
this:
crazy.
the 4K upscale. People gonna laugh at me, but whatever. What else is the 4K upscale on the Switch? Looks pretty damn good. I don't think it gets enough credit. That could just be me, but
I mean, like when I was streaming my game, it looked a lot better than I thought it was. Um, but I mean, I was going through a capture card there, so and I think it moved it up to some specs. I don't even remember what it is, but that's what the rumor is. So if you're thinking about getting a Switch, I would wait till later in the year because rumor has it they're going to be announcing it like June, July, August, somewhere around there. But we'll wait and see. I'm not getting my hopes up for anything yet.
Okie dokie. All right, that's all of the Switch report. A bunch of Pokemon shit. But besides that,
Of
that's
course.
it.
Well, like I said, right now, Pokemon, like Tokyo Sessions Mirage is coming out Friday. My Walmart in my town has already broke street date. It's on the shelves for
I'm
sale. And
snitching.
if you and if you guys want to buy like Switch games cheaper, for some reason Walmart always has them about $10 cheaper.
Yep, that's true.
That's because that's why they're the best retail store.
Yes.
All
Oh,
right.
aren't they announcing a Smash character? That's
Hey, man, I'm
They're
trying to get out of this Nintendo
supposed to
shit, bro.
be. They're supposed to be. Everybody's thinking it might be Dante from Devil May Cry. I don't think it's going to be Dante. I think it's going to be a Resident Evil
When's
character.
that being announced though?
Oh, got something to do with
I
Uh,
Capcom?
it's supposed to be. I can't remember when because I remember seeing it today. I just can't remember when, but they're supposed to be announcing it. I think it's this week.
Hey, hold on a second, Bunny. King Thrash, ain't nobody said shit about Xbox. The Switch I sold the Xbox One a record time.
Hey,
CP Presser. So
He did.
what?
Hey, listen, King Thrash.
So what?
He always say he not a pony, but like you're so obvious. Just let's claim it. I respect you more, player.
Yeah. Super impressive. So what?
They're supposed Sakura, Mr. Sakura is supposed to be announcing the
Mr.
fifth
Sako?
character.
We talking about mankind?
Sakura, no, Sakura. He's
Oh,
the
I'm
guy
sorry.
who
They said
created-
Mr. Sako. I was about to say, hey, I might pick that shit up there.
No, but he's supposed there's like I said, there's rumors going around that it's supposed to be Dante is the fifth character in the fighter pack. One for Super Smash Brothers, but I'm not thinking it's Dante. I think it's going to be a Resident Evil character.
It's gonna be tomorrow, 6 a.m. PST.
Oh
Time.
Lord!
They're
So I'm
announcing
gonna be
it.
at work. Damn it! Why they always gotta announce shit while I'm at work?
Yeah, they're doing
And then,
a.
That's because
then
you're
they
always
gonna
at
give
work,
us a-
Bunny. Because you're always at
No,
work.
no. It's gonna be 9 a.m. My thing is why can't you announce it with a couple days in advance so I can at least try to be like, hey, boss, like I got a doctor's appointment. Can I come in late
Hell
or some
no.
shit like
I'm
that?
a snitch on your ass, too. Yeah,
but
oh, shit.
yeah, so like I said, I think it's going to be a Resident Evil character, either Jill Valentine or Chris
It'd be
Redfield.
sweet if it was Nemesis. That'd be sweet as hell, wouldn't it?
Nah, that's kids.
I could see
Oh,
it being
fuck.
Sora.
Thor.
Well, no,
Sora.
the thing is they just announced. Didn't they just? I think they just released a bunch of new spirits for Pokemon. I mean, for Super Smash Brothers. And
Spirits.
yeah, there's spirits in the game. And
That's enough for this
Dirt
Pokemon
tripping
shit.
out. He
no,
tripping out.
this is Super Smash Brothers here.
Oh.
But spirits, they released a bunch of Resident Evil spirits. Like there are things that happen in the game that can help you make you more powerful and stuff. Like it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
a
that
bunch
shit
of
sounds
stuff.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's it's cool because you're like a female.
Yes, Heath, you're right. Snitches get stitches.
Oh, come on, man. Hey, man, don't threaten me. Don't threaten me. All right, thank you for the Switch report, Snow Bunny, and
No problem.
thank you for the input from Tsunami, Devin, and Nethos. Me and Moss was trying not to say much.
Wait, question. Well, it's not really a question, but like, I want to add to something about like Pokemon. I think the reason why they're doing like the add-ons and stuff like that is because they
Damn it,
see the
Tsunami.
success. No, this is real quick. This is real quick. They said I just saw that Pokemon Go just made more money this year than they made the first year it came out, and they said they have something like $9 billion.
Damn.
I'm not
crazy.
surprised because
They
I think a new game came out this year.
Yeah, so they're at $9 billion for a free to play game. Hell yeah, they want to monetize Pokemon Switch. But
Well,
shit,
yeah,
like,
I mean, here's my thing about it. Everybody says Nintendo lives in the dark ages and they need to come up. Well, they coming up with a lot of paid DLC. Everything is getting
but
paid DLC
but
now.
this is the thing. I think that's cut content. That's the only thing I don't like about it. If you want to do something brand new, cool. But they took away something that everybody wanted just to sell it back to you, and that's the part where I'm like,
And that's the part that a lot of people are upset about.
yeah,
Like I said, if you had announced that, like, let's say you announced it in May, would you be as upset in May than you
yeah.
are now?
So, like, I get it, but it's like, oh, we can't do it because there's too many Pokemon. Oh, it's too much work. We can't put all the, and then they do it. So you was gonna do it anyway. Why didn't you just say, this is the game? Look forward to new packs coming out with characters old and new. Like, and people would have been like, ah, fuck, okay, cool. You could have
Yeah.
spared yourself the backlash.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think the way they rolled it out was what killed it.
Yeah.
But yeah. But like I said, Nintendo now has DLC for almost all their first party games now.
They're
Speaking
pulling
of,
a Mortal Kombat.
speaking
Huh?
of DLC,
Pulling a Mortal Kombat. Not having all the main characters, and now they adding them in as DLC and shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Mortal
but to be
Kombat's
fair-
notorious for that.
all right, y'all, that's enough of this Switch shit.
No, Mortal Kombat.
We're not talking about Switch
Y'all want to
now.
see?
We're
Hey,
talking about
y'all want some
Mortal
DLC?
Kombat.
I got some
Mortal
DLC coming. The DLC is Bunny beating he legs. Somebody damn legs. I'll pay to see that shit. All right. Enough Switch shit. Thank you, Snow Bunny, for the Switch
You're
report.
welcome.
Shit.
Dirty shit. Like, I have enough of this
He
shit.
said, "Shit, goddammit."
This is enough for that shit, motherfucker. All right. A couple more topics before we get out of here, y'all. Oh, shit, was that the funny shit? Yeah. I forgot to play it. I forgot to play it. Hey, so PlayStation, like we mentioned something about this earlier about PlayStation having their own little event. So PlayStation is going to have a month-long event from January 14th to February 16th. I don't know what this is about. What is it's called? Destination PlayStation or something like that. What is?
They canceled it.
Huh?
Did they cancel it?
I don't think so. I didn't hear
Yeah, I'm
anything.
pretty sure. I'm
I
pretty
haven't
sure
heard
they
of it.
canceled. Yeah, pretty sure they canceled it. Like I know it was something that I saw a tweet yesterday.
No, I
Somebody-
think their conference with the pup with the their closed door conference got canceled.
Yeah, and then they said they're gonna
Oh,
do something. And then they said they're gonna do something with a retailer. Like they said they're not gonna do a
Yeah.
show.
Oh, yeah, I got you. I
I
got
know
you.
what
I
you're
got
talking
you.
And then they're gonna
yeah.
do something with a retailer.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but I
Oh
don't.
no, it says Sony scraps annual Destination PlayStation trade event with PlayStation 5 reveal looming.
Yeah, see.
Oh, see, that's something different. I'm talking about experience PlayStation. I'm sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
see, okay.
Yeah, that's
my
something.
bad.
I think the
My
Destination
bad.
PlayStation was the thing with the retailers.
With the exactly.
Yeah, this is.
okay.
I'm sorry. I just found it. It's Experience PlayStation from January 14th to February 16th. Celebrate 25 years of play with a collection of titles on PS4 and PSVR. So, a lot of people are assuming that at the end of this Experience PlayStation on February 16th, they're going to have some type of show in February to reveal the PS5. We don't know, obviously. What do you guys think? I mean, they're going to have to reveal a thing sometime this year, right? And I know with the PS4, they revealed it in February. So, do you guys think they're
tweet
going
it out?
You think
Does
they're going to tweet
anybody
out a
know
picture
where
of it?
where's PlayStation's head? Because if it's not in New York where this is held, to me this is mighty dumb. Why have an event for a fucking month when you could have just took your ass to E3?
Come on, Moss. You're making too much sense. Come on.
I'm just saying, take your ass to E3. Everybody's happy. Even the panel may not agree with me, but I think if PlayStation just comes off and just shows some games, reveal the PlayStation 5, even if Xbox has a better show, they both walk out unscathed. It's just that the Xbox people are a little bit more happier. We still need answers on the price of the Xbox Series X. We still need answers on what games are coming. But for them to skip E3 and to do something for a month where they're giving out creamsicles every day, what the fuck are they doing for 30 days? I don't fucking. What are they?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is the purpose?
I don't know.
What's going on at E3? Like, something's going on at E3, man. People have been pulling out. Like, I know they have the show weaker, but a lot of people have pulled out of E3. Honestly,
yeah.
EA doesn't technically go to E3. They just have their event at the same time. EA?
They don't like.
Yeah, last year EA pulled out.
No, that's EA because EA was
they ain't had shit to show.
Yeah.
Microsoft's technically not at E3 like that. They're at their own stage.
They
like
did
Microsoft.
go,
No, they're at E3. They're not in the same convention center.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Something's going
But they're
on.
not paying that fee either. Like the big contention is that fee. The big contention is the $8 billion.
Whew, that's a lot.
Even that's chum change. I think there's just something going wrong.
Change.
That's because
but like that should be nothing for Sony, right?
EA Play thing or whatever.
But we got to remember again, Sony's not broke. I'm not following that rhetoric.
Yeah,
I don't think they're
not
broke.
broke.
I believe they have a budget.
But
they have a budget that's a little more stringent than you.
So yeah, Sony's tightening their bottom line. That's basically what it is. And they're looking at this.
Even that dude, I don't know who's in charge now. Whoever's in charge now, they were like they wanted fewer, bigger games. Like this, like he said this. They want fewer, bigger games. These games cost a lot to make, and they don't make as much money as a fucking Fortnite. They don't make as much money as like all these games with multiplayers and microtransactions.
Well, isn't he fired now though?
Yeah, Sean Layden.
Yeah, that's Sean Layden.
Yeah, Sean Layden.
Hey,
Tsunami knew that. He just didn't want to let you know.
Nah. Jim Ryan.
Yeah, like literally in your post, you have a picture of Sean Layden.
There's too many PlayStation guys. I don't know who's in charge. They got Yoshida, Jim Ryan, the guy from Guerrilla Games, Sean Layden. I don't know who's in charge anymore.
Herman Holtz is the guy from Guerrilla. Well, Jim Ryan is in charge, but.
Oh, can we agree that's the most random move ever? Like the Guerrilla Games guy taking over that's just random.
Yeah. But
only time I would worry about E3, something's going on, is if Nintendo pulls out. Like I said, we already know.
But here's the other part: Nintendo's there. They have
they got that
booth.
direct.
They have all this shit.
Yeah, they've been doing that forever.
They have all that. PlayStation's not going to be there at all. They have no floor space. They have no games to show their fans. There's no booths. So
it's like Sony is saying.
They're not there at all.
It's like Sony is saying I don't doubt that Sony has show they haven't revealed it, but it's kind of like Sony is saying we think it's foolish now to compare our product to anybody else. We just want.
Let's not go to our fans and show off and have a celebration and have.
Yeah, let's not have a show off. Yeah, let's not have a show off. Let's just take the stage to ourselves and leave it at that.
Because they know we'll eat up in anything we do. We show a fucking Instagram picture of PS5 and they'll love it. They'll fuck our dicks no matter what we do. So it don't matter.
That is the words of Tsunami. But it's like the fight has been taken out a little bit, and they're like, we're straight bottom line. Now, with that being said, they still have their teams that are talented that make games. I want to get everybody's thoughts about this and y'all in the chat. I think it's weird, like Dirk said, that they made this move, or how Nethel said they made this move. Wouldn't it have been smarter for them, instead of putting Herman Holst ahead of studios, but to put Neil Druckmann? I mean, Neil Druckmann's been more instrumental to the success of Xbox. I mean, goddamn, to PlayStation more than anybody I can think. Everybody's using this template there. I would be more comfortable with Neil Druckmann there as head of the studios. What do y'all think about that?
That's a great point.
I can
no. Well, here I'll give an example. When you say if you were a car salesman, right? You don't want your best seller off the floor to become management. You want your best seller to be making sales. So maybe they said, you make games and you aren't as good at it, but you're a good leader. So you can lead.
Well,
it could be some leadership policy,
Yeah, I mean, it could be. Absolutely. Like, we don't really know Hertz like that. But where's Guerrilla Games located?
Yeah, they're in Europe. Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
So, do you think he might have
everybody-
been friends with Jim Ryan? Like,
I think he was friends with Jim Ryan.
That's
and
a
I
good
think
point.
Jim Ryan gave him the inside track on how Death Stranding may have not been going the way that preferred. That's what I think happened. That's me with my 10
listen, it shifted from Asia. It's
working
from Asia to UK, Europe. Like Europe is now that basically the headquarters of PlayStation.
no, it's the opposite. The Europe got left behind.
Yeah, they did.
And now it's America.
Oh no, no, what do you mean?
But like, yeah, a lot of the leaders were
They're
from
picking
Europe.
their people from Europe, and they're like, we're
Yeah, exactly.
Black Gold
Here's
Texas
the
tea.
thing.
Come on, you know.
Like here's the thing. Who was that dude you were talking about? You thought would have been a better fit than whoever they got now?
Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann from
Okay,
Naughty Dog.
but here's the thing. Also, you got to remember, you already said they changed the guards, and the guards all have a new way of thinking. We don't know what that Neil Druckmann's thought process was. He could have still been old school.
He could have
Or
been
not- or
loyal
not
to-
even
yeah,
that. Maybe-
that's
maybe-
that's what Neethles was leading to. Yep.
Well, maybe no. Other part about it is maybe they're hiring people that they know will basically do what the top dog says. Like they don't, because I'm guessing Sherlane gave some pushback to certain things. So maybe they hired people that say this is what we're gonna do. I need you to execute it. Okay, boss. Like maybe they want that kind of person.
Yeah, I mean, they were getting rid of opposition, like you said. Like, I mean, rumor has it, we don't know, right? Like, we're on the inside, we don't know. But rumor has it that Sean Lennon was trying to, push his way in. Like, he didn't want to, he didn't want to.
It was a
power
struggle.
This definitely was a
power
power struggle.
And
This is clear cut signs of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They told him, hey yo, Sean, do us a favor. Yeah, go and get your ass out of here. Throw him right out of there.
But J-Dub said he retired because he want to spend time with his grandkids.
Yeah, but you know how Jay they threw his ass right out of there.
He threw his
Hey
ass
man, but look,
right on top of his grandkid.
But look, Z been making.
He said he already got enough money.
Hey man,
Oh,
but Z
shit,
been
what?
making a good point, man. He said, people not realize, like you said earlier, Sue. This is the people that made the PS4 great is no longer there. This is something to see. I mean, maybe they could do even better with the PS5, or I don't know, man. Things might change over there.
They want to capitalize on the money that they see other companies, not just Microsoft, but like other companies that are putting in less effort and less money that's making way more. So they want to say, how can we make that kind of money?
Like, hey, listen, Moss said it. They're winning 3-1.
Yeah,
But the money is not 3-1.
3-1.
Exactly.
See, and that's
The money is
that's-
50%, 60 more. Yeah.
I mean, and that's the one thing I'm kind of worried about going into next gen. And I said this when Sony was sitting at 80 million consoles. I see an a la PlayStation 3, a la Wii U, when you got so high up that when you release your next console, you just think it's automatic instant gold.
That's what I was telling people. I'm like,
And
every generation flip flops. Like
There's always that risk. These are Fortune 500 companies. Never say never. Everything that y'all said never to, they're happening now.
Moss,
Yeah.
you were saying it. You were telling them.
And you gotta keep your foot on their neck because they're looking for you to just follow them like mindless drones so they can do it easily.
That's what Jim Ryan said. He said their chances are slim. Like, they have to be ready.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and like I said, right now we're starting to see some of that stuff, where
and
they're.
Hey, go ahead.
I was saying that they're canceling everything and they're not doing this and they're not doing that. It's like they already know they're getting ready to steamroll into the next console and going to be successful. And we saw that same shit with when the Wii went to the Wii U. Nintendo didn't advertise it well. People didn't understand that the Wii U was a totally different console than the Wii. Okay, and so that just panhandled, crashed and fucking burned. I think it sold lifetime sales of 17 mil?
No,
Not even that much.
I think it was 13.
It was something low.
Yeah.
Like literally where the Switch outsold it in 3 or 4 months.
What if Jim Ryan looked at it like this? What if he says, you know what? We did do well, but we had such a drop off from 2018 to 2019. What if we were more consistent by not doing so much mind share, doing shit like losing extra money by dropping the price of the PlayStation 4 Slim a week early so Xbox doesn't win an NPD? What if we don't do a bunch of that shit and we just make sure that our products still rank better, but we pull back on some of that mind share, and that way our stock price is more consistent? That's the mind state of a Fortune 500 company.
Yeah, they don't care about fans. They care about that stock. They care about
you are a catalyst to the investor. Always keep that in mind. Always keep your foot on their neck. Period.
Because look at this. People don't realize as much as like people talk shit about Xbox, their stock is doing well. Like the investors are happy with Microsoft's performance. So like it's not just always about fans and fanboys and this and that. No, because guess what? The best game of the generation, God of War, right? How many did it sell?
A lot.
How much?
A little over 10 million.
Okay, that means there's almost 100 million motherfuckers on PlayStation that didn't buy it. Almost 100 million PlayStation people that didn't buy it. So I don't want to hear, exclusive they bought it. No, almost 100 million people did not buy God of War.
Well, my thing is if you have that many people, and this is a point I made and people didn't see it. A point I made is, oh God damn it! 1 second, my cat wants to claw me. All right, I'm sorry about that. My thing is, it took God of War almost a year to sell that many units. Okay, a year to get to over 10 million. And everybody says Nintendo fans are rabid and Pokemon fans are rabid, but we have a much smaller install base with Pokemon Let's Go. That was one of the most, before Sword and Shield, it was the most polarizing Pokemon, and it sold that amount in less than 3 months.
Yeah, but Nintendo is a little different though, Bunny. Like
okay, wait a minute. How is it different?
Because they don't have that much third party support. And also their franchises. Their franchises. Their franchises.
Wait a minute. Hardly any third party support. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh shit, damn.
I mean, we got a ton of third party support.
But the biggest games ain't on there. But the biggest games ain't on there.
The biggest games ain't on there, but we still got third party support. Why are you bringing up third party support when we're talking about 2 first party games?
This is what I'm saying.
You ain't got
Nintendo's first party is different because their first party is all they have.
Hold on, you said that's all they can play? All they can play is first party games on the Switch? Oh man, come on now, Dirt.
Okay, come on. We're comparing 2 first party games.
Yes.
God of War, which was their game of the year,
right?
When it came out, they had like 80 million consoles. And then you got Pokemon on the other hand. When it came out, it had 30 million people.
Okay, let me say this.
A third of its install base.
Okay, Bunny, hold on.
Dirt said they got more options.
Bunny, let me say this. People buy PlayStations, right? Some hardcore PlayStation fans that buy their PlayStation for God of War, but there's also a lot of PlayStation owners that is casuals. They don't care about exclusives.
About 100,000.
They don't care. People that buy Nintendo Switches are hardcore Nintendo fans mostly.
That's a lie because everybody got a Switch as a second console.
But they buy it because they love Nintendo franchises. That's what I'm saying.
I bought mine.
What else you gonna? Who bought Nintendo Switch to play The Witcher 3 on that shit? No, they bought Nintendo Switch to play Mario.
Hold up. I bought the Nintendo Switch to play fucking Skyrim.
Skyrim. It's portable. I played it because it's portable.
Okay, well that's that. Okay, Snowbunny. Well, I guarantee you're the minority on that one.
Okay, but my point is you can't say people buy. I'm not even a huge Mario fucking fan, to be honest with you.
But you like Pokemon, like you did a whole thing about Pokemon.
But I'm not a huge I'm not like an insane Pokemon fan. I only bought like the first one. I only bought the first one of the 2 Pokemon games. I usually only buy one. Okay, Sword and Shield came in a double pack, so I bought that. Okay, my game right now I'm waiting on is Animal Crossing, which is nowhere near as big as fucking Pokemon.
But it's still a Nintendo first party game.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but my point is God of War is a is a PlayStation first party game, and when it came out, it
It
had
ain't sell
over
shit,
80
right?
million sales.
Yeah, but it
Mm.
goes back to my.
And then you got to look at it in this factor. It hit them 10 million sales with it going on sale.
Yeah,
They was giving away for $20
but
after
that
like 6
goes
months,
back
right?
to my original point. Even though, like you said, at the time it was probably 80 million PS4 sold. Those 80 million, most of those people were not hardcore gamers that love God of War. Most of those is casuals that
They playing COD,
that bought their
they
PS4 for 2K and Call of Duty.
They
Okay,
said they ain't got no games on Switch.
Call of Duty is now casual fucking players. When the
Oh
hell did
hell
that
yeah, that's the
happen?
most casual
Yeah.
game.
Call
Hell
of Duty,
yeah.
That's the
2K,
best
Madden.
PlayStation, yeah.
Listen, these are the casual games: Madden, 2K, Call of Duty, Fortnite. I mean, that's
FIFA,
yeah,
Oh
FIFA.
my
biggest game in the world.
god!
Those are the, I'm
So
just
they
saying,
pay
money.
you buy
Yeah.
a console, spending that much money.
Yeah, I mean
To
that's what
play
people do.
third
I
party
mean,
games.
listen, buddy. I know some people personally. They have Xbox. We play the game. They play PUBG. They play 2K, and maybe Halo. That's it. And Division 2
some people only buy 2, 3, 4, 5 games a year.
Yeah.
We buy that monthly.
No, the
So
average
it's not
do,
the
yeah.
same.
Yeah, I know guys that buy just for sports games, like strictly for Madden and 2K.
Yeah. Like I know, like you be a
So
hardcore player,
if that's
you do,
the
but you
case,
only
so
play
wait a
Madden.
minute. Let me ask you this on the flip side of it. Since you're saying most of the players are casual players, are those third party games selling 10 million in 3 months?
Yes.
Well, I don't know about 3 months, but a
A
lot of them are.
COD
Well,
definitely.
yeah, like Call of Duty especially.
Yeah, they do,
Yeah.
man.
They trend all year, every year. They're at the top.
Now, no. So let me say this: what Nintendo first party games do is very impressive. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying Nintendo, like hardcore Nintendo fans, they buy Nintendo products strictly for their exclusives. Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, there are casual fans that buy Mario. Of course, like that.
Yeah,
That's casual too.
Of course. I mean,
Because
but
everybody uses it as their second system also. So like I don't think only people that have Switches are hardcore Nintendo people. I think very casual people are Nintendo people too, because they wanted to see how a mobile game would be.
But
like,
they love their franchises though.
No, but some people buy them. Like a lot of people I know who've bought it is because they don't have time to sit at home and play a 30, 40-hour RPG when they could play it on the go.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
They have an hour.
Yeah,
They
but that's a
have
very
an
hardcore
hour.
thing.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's a very hardcore thing. Most people won't even buy a 34 RPG. That's for the hardcore crowd.
Well, the number one selling game on Switch is what, Mario Kart, right?
Like for example, people don't even beat the Call of Duty campaign. That's like 5 hours long.
Yeah. And that was a great campaign. That
It
last
was
Call of Duty.
really
my
good.
God. It was really good, bro.
It's literally a shooter.
I couldn't believe how good it was.
But my whole point, getting back to the point is, these people aren't buying consoles because they have these amazing games and they have VR. They sold 5 million VRs out of 106 million. Like, come on, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Hey, yo, let me say something
People
about that
aren't
VR.
buying it for the shit. They buy it for the third party games.
Let me say something about that VR though, right? Like I know you guys saw those PlayStation stats and everything that people been
I know
posting.
you played one game on it.
Man, I've been noticing a lot of these VR guys got like 0 hours on VR and shit. Now, shout out to J Dub. J Dub plays their VR. He had like 100-some hours on that bullshit. I had like 8, right? Because I had, I like that game. Blood and Truth was pretty good. But I had put out a tweet saying, "Yo, you VR guys, let me see them stats."
Oh
I
shit! Come on.
don't think nobody really responded to the shit.
Who's the man with Captain? Was it Young Soul? Uptown?
Bro, don't bring that up, man. He's still
we can't say shit to J Dub because J Dub he put in some hours on that VR. So
what's that chick?
J Dub
Queen
put
of Green or
hours in
whatever?
on everything.
Yeah.
He
like
J Dub.
No, there's this girl on Twitter. She says she's
Jordan,
the queen of Xbox. Yeah, her, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what her deal is. I don't see her playing VR. She's so angry that VR ain't coming to Xbox.
Yeah.
Shut your dumb ass up.
Damn.
She says she's all Xbox and then she capping for VR. Like, garbage. Like, get this shit out of here. Go buy an Oculus or something.
I got an odd question for y'all, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, but this is an odd question, but do y'all like play like YouTube through your consoles a lot and shit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
No.
do.
No, I do all the time.
I'm on
I
YouTube
live-
all the
Well, I
damn
use my
time.
TV for it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, my TV is my Xbox because it has the.
Oh, you got a
my-
smart.
The shit,
Oh, you got a
shit that I
smart
watch,
TV.
the shit-
I don't need those.
yes,
Right.
it's basically my smart TV. But like the shit that I watch is all streaming. I don't watch a live TV. I watch streaming shit. So whether it be Netflix, HBO, fucking
Yeah, but that's what I
YouTube,
mean. I use my TV apps.
Yeah, your smart TV. I got you.
No, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is I don't because my Xbox is already on. I just use that.
Yeah,
like
I'm on my Xbox YouTube all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up with the question though,
the
buddy?
TV processor is too slow for me. Like the load up times and that shit too slow. So I'd rather use the Xbox.
Hey, what's the Hey, why you ask that,
I
buddy?
was just curious because I was looking on my friends list on my Switch, and like a lot of people have like tons of hours in fucking
Hulu,
YouTube, and I'm sitting here
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
If you look at my,
I don't even have YouTube on my Switch
Hey,
because
must
I
be
just
docked.
use my
If
smart
they-
TV.
if they kept track of YouTube and shit, I have thousands of hours on that shit because I'm always
Oh,
on
hell
YouTube on my Xbox.
Oh, your console don't? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah,
Switch
hell yeah.
does.
If you could take your Switch and like have a subscription service to where you can have online on the go, I do that shit. Like where you can play online, like no matter where you're at, like
Oh, you mean like
Well,
like
some
a
people-
GPS?
like a phone, like a cell phone. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Like,
GPS,
well,
DVRs.
some people tether it to their cell phone services.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
tether.
yeah, you could do it like
But
that.
you know, like what is it? The PSP or whatever Vita. They used to have a special one that came with a SIM card, and you could go to AT&T and get a SIM card for that, and it would just run cell
Oh,
service.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
I had that. Yeah.
You know, but a lot of people use their, their boxes for media. Like I think Crap Gamer has Guinness World Record of using the Windows Media Player on his box.
Right.
Like
Well, I
literally,
can't
he has
say
like
nothing
years
on
worth of
that.
content and shit.
I can't say nothing on that one because I used to use my PlayStation to play music. So
Oh yeah, I used to do that too. With Folding Home, remember Folding Home on PS3 when they had the little world, and you save you saving cancer or some shit by having a PlayStation.
no,
on?
the only reason I asked that is because, like I said, I have like a smart TV or I have my iPad, and that always I can play YouTube on that and just project it to my TV or whatnot. I don't use my console for apps like that because
Yeah, I don't either.
I was just curious. I'm sorry.
I don't get that enough. That seems weird to me that you have all those apps already built into the Xbox, but you use your TV, which is worse.
No, but like
My
my
TV
Samsung
isn't
M8000 is way more.
My TV isn't bad.
Yeah.
No,
It's the processing
The
power.
quality on my TV is usually better for that shit.
Well,
Now I
Hey,
use
look-
my Xbox for Crunchyroll, but that's about it.
Well, only thing I can say about that is like, depending on the app, some apps don't have the 4K built in on the Xbox, but on smart TVs, a lot more do. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But like other ones, nah. It's, and then just the UI and the navigation doesn't feel the same. It's not as snappy.
For me, like I hate turning on my controller too, like just to type in like a YouTube
Get-
title.
you don't get a
whatever. I
fucking
just use
media
my
remote? You get a fucking
Man,
media
why would I
remote,
buy
or-
that? Just use my actual TV.
But well, you can program. Well, I have.
Well, I mean, I could use my
have-
remote, I guess, on the Xbox. There's a little bit of delay.
I have the Harmony remote, so I just push watch TV. It turns my Xbox on. It turns it to the right input. It turns it to the one guide app.
What
like all
TV
that
do you
shit.
have?
I have LG OLED.
LGs, yeah, those LG ones are horrible. Like with the UI, that is horrible. The
So,
Samsung
feel
UIs are
me?
really good.
Or I use my Apple TV. My Apple TV is my number 2.
Oh yeah, I would use an Apple TV too. But all right, I guess we can move on
Sorry.
from that.
Yeah, we can move on. Sorry, I
Thanks for
was
derailing
just
us,
curious
buddy.
because I'm sitting here looking at people with 850 hours in fucking YouTube,
Oh,
and I'm
shit.
sitting here like,
Yeah.
y'all don't play games.
Wait, that's how J Dubs has so much hours in VR. He just uses it for.
Oh, that's it. Hey, because I do use YouTube, but like the VR on YouTube too. For
Oh shit.
Yeah, VR watching is fucking awesome. Not gonna lie.
Fucking somebody I will not name. They use it for the VR porn. They were like VR porn is godly.
He doesn't hide it though.
You can use your PSVR for VR porn. Oops, shit. Is this mic on?
I didn't. You know what,
You didn't hear that, did you,
gentlemen?
bud?
I had no idea that was a thing, and I really still don't wish I didn't know that was a thing.
You didn't know that?
No, I don't want to know
Okay,
that
buddy,
either.
you have to, buddy, you have to experience it at least once. Listen,
Oh,
it's like
God
it's
damn.
like it's like you're there. Like you look
Oh,
down,
shit.
you see,
So what
it
you're
happen.
telling me is
Ah,
this is
man.
for people who can't get laid.
No. I don't have.
I mean, I don't have that problem. I don't need to have virtual
Oh,
sex.
shit.
One of them motherfuckers.
Hey, he goes to the club every Friday, buddy.
Bunny, it's not for the regular stuff, Bunny.
I was losing hope.
Wait.
Shit.
It's for the people. Wait, listen. It's for the people that want to have threesomes.
Oh,
Wait,
shit.
oh,
Man, what the hell?
This is crazy.
What the
We
hell
have
happened?
children on the cover. We have children on the cover. Those are two children on the cover.
What the hell did happen, y'all?
Hey, Devin, if you want to be a black dude and want to see a white, that's what it do for you.
Oh, man, what the hell did happen,
Oh,
man?
hold on. We're ending this right here. I
get the
got
fuck
a
outta
funny
here.
story real quick. Hey, hold up. I got a funny story real quick. I remember I was on like Amazon for Cyber Monday or whatever. And so like the Oculus Go or whatever. I was like, oh, that looks cool. So I click on that. I go like, let me read a review. Let me see some of the Q&A.
shit.
And the very first question is, does this work with Pornhub?
Oh, wow. That's the first question. Oh,
First
my God.
question.
Oh
What the
my
hell
God.
happened to the
And he-
podcast?
It's not a go-to.
Hey, there's a reason those two children are running away on the cover.
Oh no.
Wow,
No, I mean, she said no.
really
Doc,
did not
Services
need
Gamer,
to
I
know
meant.
that.
Oh shit, my bad.
Oh,
He didn't
man.
say that.
All right, y'all.
Anywho.
Listen,
Shit,
I wanted to talk
damn.
about one more thing before we left. Shit, man, what the hell
mic?
happened? One more
Your
thing
mic?
before we left. The Avengers and Final Fantasy VII was delayed. Final Fantasy VII was only delayed a month. The
Yeah, I
Avengers
thought whatever on that.
was delayed all the way to September. What do you guys thoughts about
Spider-Man.
this?
I don't know. Go for that Spider-Man rush or something.
I mean, the game didn't really like. Wow,
Man,
well,
they can
you know what I
delay
mean?
that game
Okay,
another
wait,
year for all I care.
Wait. Here's my question. When is Black Widow coming out?
Black Widow comes out May.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, because if they pushed it back around that, maybe they can live off the hype of it. I don't know, but yeah. But I
Damn,
don't
they
know.
pushed it. Way
Look,
back.
man, I want that game to come out when it's ready. Like, I don't need another.
Yeah,
Just-
I'm actually hyped.
Just release it
hyped
when
for
it's
Avengers.
fucking ready.
I'm hyped for the
Yeah.
Avengers. I don't care. They
Yeah,
don't
but I
have
want it when
the
it's
actors.
ready. I don't want to like get it and be like Anthem,
Listen.
where like it's dope, but there's nothing to do.
Here's the thing. There's so many games coming out that I don't care if a game gets delayed. That's to give me more time.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather the game come out complete and shit.
Yeah, like I don't
Yeah.
care about delays. I mean, like Final Fantasy, I've waited goddamn half my life for this. I can wait another couple months.
Right.
That's my favorite game of all time. Guess what? I can wait another month, and I will buy it on the dumbass PlayStation, but I'll rebuy it digital on the Xbox when it drops.
I mean, somebody asked me, they're like, "You're not gonna cop a PS4 for Final Fantasy VII?" I said, "Hell no! What month is it coming out in?" And this was before it got delayed. They're like March. I said, "You already know I'm batshit crazy for Animal Crossing. You think I give a damn about Final Fantasy
No,
VII?"
shit.
Come on, hey, watch them out. Come on, bunny. It's the best-selling PlayStation 1 game of all time.
No one cares
I
about
didn't
that.
say
though.
that.
I'm messing
I
with you.
didn't say
I'm
that.
messing with you.
It was a great game when I played it 20 some years ago.
That wasn't alive. Goddamn. That wasn't
I'm
alive.
gonna get it
Oh,
because
man.
I never played it, so I'm gonna get it.
Nah, did you play it?
Me?
Nah, yeah.
Man,
I wasn't alive, I think.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah,
It
when
came out in
came
97.
out,
It dropped on every system
Yeah.
ever.
Okay, it came out the year I was born.
It came up. It dropped on every system ever. It's on the Xbox. It's on the Switch. It's on PlayStation 1, 2, 3.
Hey, bro,
4.
I'm not playing those PlayStation 1 polygon shits.
Oh, this is
come on.
terrible. Don't
Look,
They would-
well,
and it's-
actually,
the box-
I
and
know
it's cropped.
for a
It's still
fact.
4:3.
I know that a fact for the Switch version, and I think the PlayStation 4 version is actually the mobile versions of the game.
Oh yeah,
It's
on
not
mobile?
even the
I was playing on my BlackBerry.
Yeah,
Blackberry.
it's the mobile versions of the game. But yeah, I played it like 20 some years ago, and They're saying that it's not going. It's multi-plat, so I'll just wait to see if it whenever it comes to PC if I get it, and then I'll see how many parts it's going to be. Because if it's
It better
more
be.
than 2 parts, I'll be
But here's the
damned if I'm paying
Bunny. But
$60 for each part.
But here, Bunny, it had 3 discs, and the first disc was Midgar, and this game is only going to be Midgar. So this leads me to believe it's going to be 3 games. I hope it's 2, but I think it's going to be 3.
And that's $60 a pop.
I'm doing it. Fuck.
Yeah, you can go.
Hey,
for
you
it.
bought 2 Pokemon games at the same time.
Like I said, if it's more than 2 parts, then you hear me say, if it's more than 2 parts, screw that.
Wait, you have to count the DLC, right?
Oh no! Wait. But that's a
third game.
$120. That's a $120 plus another 30. So that's 30 plus another 30. That's almost $200, Bunny. You can buy 3 Final Fantasy.
Shit, it's gonna be the same.
But
Yeah.
You forget one thing. I'm sitting here debating on if I'm getting that damn DLC or not.
Oh shit! Oh, come on now, Bunny.
You're a real Pokemon fan, Bunny.
Now, if it's Animal Crossing, then yeah, I think I am going to get DLC.
But
Animal Crossing
Pokemon is going to be Animal Crossing animals in the Pokemon. Boom, got you.
What the fuck you talking about, dude? What the fuck crack are you smoking?
Animal Crossing. You can catch the Animal Crossing animals and Pokemon.
Nah, you've never played Animal Crossing, have you?
Nah, buddy.
Yeah,
you're gonna feel like it's real. You're gonna feel like you're in real life with debt to this damn little Tanaku.
Man, fuck all that.
Okay.
Tanaku.
Yeah, it's a little
Y'all
Japanese.
can't cap on Animal Crossing. Y'all bought Death Stranding.
So does that mean? Does that mean PlayStation's 2 biggest games are getting delayed with a possible 3rd? Is that what happened?
Yep.
God damn. Too low 2 got pushed back in Final Fantasy.
Yep.
And no multiplayer.
Shit. There ain't no multiplayer. God damn. Come on now.
So so basically, wait a minute. So yeah, they first pushed back The Last of Us 2 from February to May. Mm-hmm. Then they pushed back Final Fantasy 7, which was their other first party exclusive, to April, which is the same month that Resident Evil 3 is coming out.
That's crazy.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, buddy.
2077, Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out, and there's another game coming. No, those are the 3 big games coming out that month.
Big ones, and then Ghost of Tsushima. People saying that might get delayed too. I don't know.
What do you get? Real quick. Will you guys play Cyberpunk 2077 or wait for the next gen?
No, I'm playing it. I can't wait.
I can't play it.
Yeah, I didn't get into The Witcher 3, so
you know what? By being the CD Projekt Red game, you know it's probably gonna be 100 hours. So I'll probably play half now, the half later.
Yeah. Because it's gonna be the same game. It's not gonna be a remaster when it comes on the Series X. It's just gonna be the same.
I saw a little bit of that console footage. I hope it's better on the Series X.
Yeah. It took me 2 years to beat The Witcher, bro. Like.
Hey.
I played 50 hours, then I kind of put it down for a year to finish.
A year?
Yeah.
You
do that with large.
Bro, there's so much into that game.
I forget how to play games after that.
You gotta get myself. But that game was amazing, though, bro. That game's freaking amazing.
You ever play a game and then you come back to it and you say, "I forgot how to play the game"? But
The Witcher.
It's too hard. Like
The Witcher. That happened with The Witcher 3, bro. Then I had to.
So it's like fuck. Never mind.
Then I had to get.
Wait. Yes, my bad. But Tsunami was right. Yeah, it's called Temtem. It's like Pokemon and Animal Crossing together.
Yeah.
Temtem. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, see, Bunny. See, Bunny. Come on, say sorry.
Have you seen Temtem? This game does look dope, though.
No apology, Snow Bunny.
Well, I apologize, but still talking about because I ain't never heard that shit.
You never heard of Temtem?
Come on, everybody heard of Temtem. You are a Die Easy fan.
That's a crackhead classic.
First of all, it's Animal Crossing. You're supposed to know everything about Animal Crossing. Come on.
I never claimed I know everything about Animal Crossing. You assumed I knew everything about Animal Crossing.
I said it to you, Bunny. I'm not joking. It's real.
I said that I love the game, but I did not say it was my favorite of all time.
You said fuck Pokemon. That's big. That's big.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think. You gotta prioritize. I mean, I
Yeah.
prioritize games like based on like I don't have the like I bought Splatoon's DLC. I have not bought the Fighter Pass for Smash Brothers. I have not bought the DLC from Breath of the Wild. I have not bought the DLC from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
So you just don't like
Uh,
DLC?
That's toxic though. Like, why the fuck does Zelda have a DLC? That shouldn't.
they added a ton of shit to that game.
Yeah, they added a
But
lot. Yeah,
but the thing is when by the time I finish the game, I may not
you
want
were
the
done with it.
DLC. Yeah, I mean, like right now, the only DLC I'm really contemplating and getting is the Dragon Quest Builders 2 DLC.
I need to buy Fire Emblem.
Hey, I thought the Switch report was earlier. What is this shit?
No, they bought up Tim Tim, and he's trying to say
I
that.
sent it
Fuck
to you.
Tim
It's
Tim,
real.
Jim, and Bim Bim.
Hey, but you know what? With this new PC, I might have to pull a PC move and get it because I've seen the X version and they didn't look the same as they showed at E3.
What you talking about, Tim Tim?
No, I'm talking about Cyberpunk.
Oh,
Tim.
Actually, to be honest with you, if I could play Cyberpunk, I think I would prefer it on PC. I would play it on my PC if
I need to play The Witcher on my PC, to be honest.
The Witcher is such an amazing game, bro. Hey,
I gotta start that game.
You want me to
too.
start some shit? I'm about to
Yeah.
start.
Uh-oh.
Best version of Cyberpunk 2077. Stadia.
Fuck out of here,
God.
you weak ass GP.
60 frames per second, and I'm be able to take it on any screen. Stadia. Okay, go ahead.
They got Steam. What you call it?
Isn't that a streaming
Steam.
service?
Steam is their shit is whack. But no. That's Nvidia that's working with Tencent. Steam shit is garbage, bro. I don't know what happened to them, man.
Hey, listen.
But so we know,
Stadia.
Simpson is probably going to play Cyberpunk 2077 on his PC. We know Nethos is probably going to be playing it on the Xbox One,
Ooh.
the SX. And we know Moss is most likely playing it on Stadia. So, will we get 3 different reviews of the game?
Oh shit! You know what? That sounds nice.
Man,
I
that's
can get-
assuming I can beat
you
it
know
in
what?
time. God damn.
no,
You don't
they
even
game
have
long,
to
bro.
read it.
Whole
You can-
review. It could be.
It
So
could be
now
like
these
your
versions-
first impressions review or something.
Yeah.
Like
Now
your
he's gonna
first
get the
impression.
definitive. He's gonna get the definitive version. I mean, it's going to be best on PC, no doubt.
Because I
But
don't
I
want to
can't-
be that guy. I don't want to be like all them other PC dudes that left Xbox. I don't want to
But
be
I
like
can't
Moss.
play-
I want to be like Maz. I want to be like King's Blood.
But see,
wait till you fire that
Simpson
motherfucker up. Then you understand.
But
I'm
Simpson,
gonna
here's
be
what
like
I'm
Noah.
saying.
I'm gonna be like Noah. I'm still with the box.
Noah got ADD. Don't be like Noah.
No. But here's what I'm saying. With all 3 of you on this one podcast, we could easily like switch out the Switch report and have you guys give your reviews on it or something like that. And because all 3 of you are here, and then you can compare notes and things.
Dirt's like, yes.
I mean,
man.
Dirt. Are you gonna get Cyberpunk?
Hell
Dirt?
yeah, I love CD
Hell
Projekt
yeah.
Red.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
And some
so-
people
Read
are
it
down on
first.
it. Like a lot of people are down on it. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, it's CD Project Red. At least have some faith.
Hey, hold on. It's
Nah,
competition
nah.
for The Last of Us. What it is.
No.
Nah.
I was super
wait. So
hyped.
it's ponies. So it's ponies saying that.
It's competition for The Last of Us, man. It's either Cyberpunk or The Last of Us winning that goatee.
Oh shit.
I was.
What about Ghost
super
and Tsushima?
hyped
What
for
about?
it.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Come on.
No,
shit.
that ain't winning game
Not
of the
two.
year.
Not
That's
two
gonna be a
samurai games
pretty ass
back to back?
game that ain't gonna be all
Two
that.
samurai games back to back.
I'm looking forward to Ghost of Tsushima, but come on, The Last of Us.
The Last of Us 2 gonna be the shit, bro.
I think The Last of Us 2 is gonna win it, but yeah, CD Projekt Red, they're gonna bring competition.
Yeah, it's gonna be
And
good.
that's in May.
Hey y'all, it's time to get out of here.
He said, y'all
Love
gotta watch some more
everybody.
of that. Oh man, I just real quick. That motherfucking what's the football player's name?
Yeah, I
Oh,
seen that.
Andrew, Aaron
I don't know what
Hernandez.
the fuck you talking about.
Bruh,
I
there's like 90 documentaries, but this one is serious shit.
Yeah, I went to get my beard trimmed today, and they was watching it in the barbershop. I was like, oh shit, I gotta go home and watch this, bro.
Hold on, what was it again?
It's like somebody murdered. What's the name of the show, Moss?
Somebody
Somebody
the killer
murderer.
insiders.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Aaron
sorry. Yeah, I'm
Hernandez.
sorry.
They used to play for New England. That
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh,
That
Aaron
guy,
Hernandez. Oh shit, yeah.
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 Oh man. That's
Was
just
it
crazy.
30
committed
or what it come on?
suicide.
Bro, it's just crazy. Wait till you see that shit. That motherfucker, he was bred. His whole family was fucked up. He was bred to be crazy. I'll just
But you know,
leave it at
like
that.
yo, he played football like against me. Like we played against Bristol Central. Yeah,
did
like
you?
he's from Bristol, Connecticut, and like we played their team in high school. So
That
like,
motherfucker, he was a tower, huh? Wasn't he?
nigga, listen.
Nigga was an NFL. Nigga was a killer, man.
Yeah,
he wasn't. He's not super tall. I think he's only like 6'2", 6'3".
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, y'all.
But
We about to
yeah,
get
like,
out of here.
that shit is weird. Yeah.
Hey, True Witty, stop that shit, man.
He's like talking to your daughter.
True Witty
Like,
said,
you
Halo
stop
ain't
that
gonna
shit.
be all that. Either it looks crap graphically and it's next gen. LOL.
We talking about?
Shut up, True Witty. True fucking bloody True Witty. Shut your mouth over there. All right, y'all. We about to get out of here.
Halo is whatever.
Huh? You know, you know what, buddy? No, don't start your shit either, buddy.
Hey, he's gonna come in here.
I never stop my shit. What the hell are y'all talking about?
No, we about to get out of here. So first, I want to say thank you to the people that tuned in today. Heath Stevens, True Witty, J Dub, Emmanuel A, Turbocharge, the Geekhead, everybody that came through, Magnetic Storm, all you folks. I truly appreciate it. You know, but thank you to this panel also. You know, this panel, they come through for a brother. Tsunami did not get he legs whooped tonight. He did not get he legs whooped tonight.
You got a little switch. You got a little switch.
I got a couple lashes, but I was able. But she ain't whoop him. She ain't whoop him.
You gonna have whoops in your leg tomorrow.
I got a little low. But she ain't whoop him. But first off, Moss, man, you go, hey, bro, you got some Stadia dosage or anything else coming out tomorrow?
Yeah, I got
hey,
some
bro, why you
Stadia.
laughing, Sue?
You got to put a dosage and Stadia to revive it.
Stop the
shit.
foolery.
So are you saying, hold on, are you saying that the Stadia doses need damn like defibrillator? Is that what you saying?
Hey, look.
Yo, I just saw a video from Young, yeah. The title was Stadia is so irrelevant now that Xbox Series X and XCloud is coming out.
I said,
is God
such a
damn.
fraud. Him and Dreamcast guy, the combination. Yeah, this is that. I can't stand that motherfucker. He's such a fraud. He only play any games.
I'm no lie though, Dreamcast, whatever, fucking fraud. Yeah, remember when he got the early Final Fantasy demo or some shit?
Hey, bro, I got the demo.
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
he did say that, right? And he got his
Yeah,
phone.
that shit was fraudulent. Than the motherfucker.
And you guys will be excited to know that I'm a fucking fraud. With a fucked up hat. You will be excited to know. Okay, these fucking YouTubers, they
Young out.
Young out. I don't play any fucking games.
I like
all
Young.
he does is just read an article.
Yeah, that's all he does. He reads the article.
He was whooping
toys. Yeah,
he was whooping your legs. I was like, that's how it looked like I wrote it.
that's fraud. But no, I got the stream. I got the stream. Stadia Stream Connect coming on tomorrow. I might have a special guest. I'm working on something. I had to give a pep talk to my peoples last week, you know, because they was coming with pitchforks at their field. They ain't like these Xbots, so they were coming with their pitchforks. So I had to, you know, give them a pep talk. But we got some good news to talk about this week. And what would you say, Tsunami?
They coach them up.
And then and then we we doing some more streams, and that's it.
All right,
some more game streams.
Sound good to me, brother. I do like your content. I will be honest, I haven't listened to all your Stadia content, but once Stadia interests me, I will.
You should, brother.
I will.
You need to be educated.
I will be educated. Snow Bunny.
Exclusives?
Yes.
You were very vocal today. You almost beat me legs, but I was able to kind of dodge a little bit. I got a couple lashes, but I'm okay.
It's okay. I love you. If I didn't love y'all, I wouldn't do it.
Thank you. Thank you. You've been streaming a lot of little games, so you got something else coming up soon?
Yeah, I'm trying to finish the game I started streaming, Trooper Brook. I'm trying to finish that next weekend or sometime this week, next weekend. And then I have 2 games coming on Friday. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be streaming after I finish Trooper Brook.
Okay.
So,
we
yeah.
actually game
You know
over
what?
here.
Speaking of games, I just finished Outer Worlds.
Oh yeah, I saw you playing that on your
Yeah,
video.
I just finished it. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I give it a solid 7. It wasn't great, but it was pretty good. I like that way better than Fallout. So
Too
I'm not
much
sure.
talking?
No, I like that talking. That's why I love The Witcher. I love the talking and the options, for the conversation.
There's
But yeah,
too much talking in all Outer Worlds. I couldn't take that shit.
It was
He
too
said,
much. Like
Moss
that?
said he don't read good.
Yeah, Moss hates the talking and that
Oh, for
shit.
real?
Oh my
Oh,
fucking
well, don't play
god,
the
man!
man. So hold on, did you play The Witcher?
I played The Witcher. There's plenty of action in Witcher though.
It is a
That's
lot of
why I
action.
like Witcher.
Yeah.
There's a lot of action. In that
But there's a
shit.
lot of talking in that shit too, though. But it's a great game. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Nethos, bro, I love your videos. You need to do more of them. But so you got anything else coming up soon?
The man with the golden voice.
I got to stay on Twitter. That's where I get my ideas.
Okay.
More videos, less pizza.
That'll never happen. But
He
alright.
said that ain't gonna happen.
I just made a pizza the other day. That shit was good.
Hell yeah.
Homemade
Hey,
pizza,
y'all got
right?
jets in y'all city, or is that just local life for me? Jets, pizza.
Jets?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay,
Oh,
well, never
what
mind.
the
That's
fuck
just
is
me. That's just for
Come on
like
now.
my hood. Like Little
Get outta
Caesars started
with
here.
with your pop and your show,
Yeah.
with your lingo. Get out of here. We don't hear that.
But Little Caesars started here though. Started in
What's Little Caesars?
Detroit.
Yeah, we got Little
Yeah.
Caesars here.
I'm
Yeah,
messing
Little
with you.
Caesars there.
I'm messing with
Oh.
with you.
I was thinking that shit
I
started here.
will
Than that.
go and get that $5 pizza in a heartbeat.
Hey, that's
them
what
breadsticks
that's
are-
what made it blow up when they first did that hot and ready here. We was like, whoa, shit, $5? That shit took
I still
that shit
I
blew
still
up.
haven't had one.
That
And
shit blew
don't
up
go
with-
in there on
with
Super
national.
Bowl.
Right, that shit was
Don't
national.
do it on Super Bowl. 'Cause I
Oh,
went
man.
there on Super Bowl. People were hanging outside the door. I was like,
Go get hell, man.
hell.
Yeah, that changed the game. That $5 shit. But anyway, Tsunami. So, bro, your PC done or is it almost done? Or? Say
Well,
what now? Hello?
Talking to me?
Yeah, nigga.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, and random kind of video game news. Do you guys ever play the campaign of Star Wars Battlefront?
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, well, like the main chick, right?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
might be added into season Mandalorian.
Well, they
Oh,
said
yeah,
she was
yeah. I
canon.
saw some-
They said she
Oh.
was canon.
As that character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, they said she was canon. I thought she was gonna be in the other Star Wars, but she didn't. And don't be surprised if the little redhead dude from Shameless ends up in a Star Wars something else.
Oh, probably.
Hey, but
Yeah,
she
'cause
kind of
she's an
fine
actual
too,
actor.
bro.
Yeah.
She look
I think
cute.
that's why they chose her.
Yeah. So yeah. So you like your PC almost done or?
Oh, it's done. It's just got some minor tweaks that I have to do because like there's so many little intricacies in this bitch. It's annoying. But now that I know how to do it, I'm confident that I can do it again because I took on the hardest. I don't know if you saw it yet, but this shit is like level 10 of like PC. Well, not level 10, but like it's some enthusiast level shit. So I had to learn a lot of shit on the fly because I never did it before. But it's done.
It
Just have to do
is
some minor
sexy,
tweaking.
though.
Hey man,
Yeah, I
don't
think
turn
some
it to King's blood, man. Don't become a PC guy and start
Oh,
bashing
nah.
Xbox.
Even
bro.
even if I did, I would still cap for Xbox like D-Batch.
Okay.
D-Bat's don't play no damn game. No.
Oh, shit. Hey man, y'all
Nah,
be going hard on
but
D-Batch, man.
Oh no, I fuck with D. Like I'm feeling sorry for D because
I'm
like,
talking about
he-
Moss and King.
I used to.
And all
Nah,
day.
nah. All
That
y'all,
meme
all y'all
video?
jump D because
I
it's the thing
used
to
to.
do.
Should have me
Somebody used
dying.
to.
Like me and Tsunami, we be joking, right? That's just how we get down. That motherfucking D, oh my god, he's a motherfucking liar. God damn, he won't lie. That motherfucker put out a video that contradicted what he said. He said, "Hey, look, this validates everything that I said." Yeah, what the fuck? I said, "Oh
No
hell
liar.
no!" I said, "Oh my grandkids, oh no, fuck that! I'm gonna get this motherfucker."
Ready my
Y'all
trip card.
crazy, man.
Wait, who the hell is Rocky Johnson?
Oh, that's the Rock
The
Dad.
Rock's
He just
father.
died.
The Rock's dad.
Yeah,
He died.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he just
Rocky-
died.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
damn.
Rock-
My Vea, something. Yeah, that's old school.
No,
Yeah, he
his
just
name Rocky
died.
Johnson.
Yeah,
he just died.
He,
Dwayne
he
Johnson
took
dad.
Maya V is his grandfather. Rocky's his father.
Yeah, my V is his
Oh, okay,
grandfather.
okay, my bad.
That's why like most people know he's half black, half Samoan. So,
Yeah.
which like Samoans
Can I
ain't
talk-
nothing but black people.
Well, condolence to him. I mean, yeah, he just died.
Nice
Dang.
hair. Yeah, he passed.
Some last little bit of news, y'all.
Big Hawaiians
Coming
and
out of
shit.
Game Pass is today. Leaving Game Pass is the Division, Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition, Resident Evil 4, Saints Row the Third, and Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. So if you love those old ass games, go ahead and buy them before they leave Game
Who the
Pass.
fuck cares about
you get a
Saints Row,
discount
though?
Yeah, you get a discount.
Hey man, like the
You can get
first
a
two
discount,
Saint Row games were dope. Then they got too silly for me.
Yeah.
They got too
Yeah,
silly.
that's
Back
what
when
I've
people
always
said
said.
GTA and shit. They was like, oh, it's like GTA.
They knew they couldn't
Now it's like
compete,
Crackdown.
but then they started acting silly. But those first two was dope.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
The 360 was dope.
I like the third too with that.
That
some of the
Get
weird-
Out of the Hell bullshit.
Get Out of the Hell?
That was whack.
Yeah, that was whack. That's when they really got.
And they tried to be like Crackdown. Honestly, if you played
That's
it.
what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, you just said that. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, I was playing this shit. This shit
Like
like
the first
Crackdown.
couple was like, oh, this like GTA. Then the other one was like, oh, this
Yeah,
like Crackdown.
All right, Devin, you got anything coming up, bro?
I guess we'll see on Twitter. I mean, once I see some shit, yeah, I'll be putting out more videos
Okay,
weekly. Like I'm gonna be putting out more videos.
sound good, brother. Sound good.
VR videos? Like, what you talking about?
YouTube
shit.
videos on my channel.
He's gonna do
I got-
videos.
I got-
Enough with that VR shit. That shit went left too much.
Yeah, I got to click off my headset listening to this.
What's killing
it
me
makes
is
it go
Tsunami knows so much
I guess
about it.
before we close out, though, shout out to next episode with David Jaffe.
Yeah. Oh, they
shit.
talking about Z got. They said Z got his legs beat.
Oh, for real? So he got
Yeah,
his
they said
legs
David
beat.
Jaffe one. Yeah.
I gotta listen to that shit
man.
tomorrow at work, bro.
I got console my homie. Oh shit. Yeah.
I'll be listening to that
Hey,
shit at
Gauze.
work, bro.
Yeah, them
Listen,
some
you know what's
gauze.
crazy? Everybody would just say somebody got their legs beat when they friends with the person that got their legs beat. Like they want to see
Yeah.
their friends fucked up. Like he was like, loyal.
Yeah, I know. It's like this. Who needs enemies?
Oh man.
These are the same people that ain't subbed to Dirt's channel. Sub to the channel, bro.
Yeah. Come on, y'all. Y'all some fraud. 51 people. That's all he. No, 41 people. That's all he needs. Come on. I can't do math.
Yeah, just start to beef with crap, and then like people start
Oh
listening.
shit. Yeah.
They doing talk more shit, yeah. All right, y'all. We're out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Mr. Manhattan confirmed, said, yeah, Z got his legs beat. Mr. Manhattan. Hey, we gotta get you on here, Mr. Manhattan, man. Yeah, gotta get you on
Nah,
here.
he a pony. Say your pony ass over there, pony.
He a
Pony.
pony, but he don't.
Stop.
But he don't bother
Just
me
like
though.
trolling.
Yeah.
I
he
mean,
don't bother me though.
like we have master trolls and stuff who come through here that crack me the hell up in chat.
Yeah, they
It's
especially
okay.
belong in
Where
chat.
I get you
Bring your
on here,
punk ass
Mr.
over here.
Manhattan? Yeah, you up here saying all that. He come in here and break your legs, Tsunami. I'll be innocent. That
Fuck
day.
out of here.
Let me alone.
Manhattan mic don't even work right. He came in here when he talk.
Oh,
All right.
shit, man. Your book,
Bro,
Manhattan's book for next week.
Leave his bullshit earbuds alone.
Shit, man. All right, y'all. We out of here. Peace out, y'all. Y'all.